Hello, all. Happy Wednesday. How we doing? It is Wednesday, my dudes. Good to see you all. Hello, my friends. All right. There we go. Hi, Ms. V. What's up, Lizzie? Lady Hoop, Splat, Crowster, hello. What's up, 6 foot? All the homies. Tika, hello. Hi, Murphy, hello. Nervy Jane, hello. How we doing, guys? It is whatever Wednesday, the day of the week where we play different games. Can't wait to see this, Vin. Listen, you're setting me up for failure. I mean, I kind of asked for it, to be fair to you. It's whatever Wednesday. That's right. Hi, Hyper. Nervy, thank you for the 11 months. I'm also trying something else tonight as well. On top of a couple other things. I'm trying a different type of chat window, another activity feed, because this one is supposed to incorporate all of the things. So we will see. Kid Cat, thank you for the biddies. Hi, Will. See, look, the freaking event thing is back, and I don't know. One day it works, one day it doesn't. I just work here, man. I just work here. Okay. Okay. It's a demon. It's not a demon. Lies and slander. It's not a demon. It is not a demon. Civilized Possum, thank you for the 7 months. Call it Wacky Wednesday. That's right. Nice shirt. Thank you. Do you recognize who that is? I feel like I'm always here at some point, and I appreciate you. Local, thank you so much for the biddy, man. Appreciate you. It's not a shade. Hi, Shron. Reminds me of a certain show. What could it be? Oh, man. Ninja Potato, thank you for the 4 months. It's from Are You Afraid of the Dark, but I can't remember the character name. The Ghastly Grinner. Hey, Goth. Good to see you. Hi, Mare. Mare's first, like always. Sorry, you're never going to beat Mare. I'm sorry. The only time you're ever going to beat Mare is because Mare is busy. That's when you'll beat Mare, because Mare is busy. Sinister. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, friend. That was a gift sub, right? I'm sorry. The activity feed over here is weird, and I'm trying to get used to it. I did tell Hyper get good. Okay, that's fair. Hi, Derpy. Mama Hen, hello. Way to rub it in. Oh, man. The shirt staring at you? I know. You know what else can stare at you? Oh, wait. I forgot. The throne gifts came in. Hold on. Ugh. Okay. So, had a couple of super kind beans. Get on throne and freaking gift stuff. They're fake legs. They're not real. Do we have to go over this every time? Lady Hoop, thank you for the bits. Teeny, appreciate the bits. They're not real. It's like the ears. They're prosthetics. Relax. Relax. You got Jimmy. I did. He's here. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Thank you. So part of the Nickelodeon, it's the what you freaking call it? It's 1529. It's not a part of the Nick Rewind. There's another series. There's a different series of these that are more of the Nickelodeon ones. But yeah, Jimmy Neutron. And it makes my heart happy when my kids know who Jimmy Neutron is. Yeah. So Jimmy's here. He will go on the shelf, obviously. Obviously. Now, another gift that just so happened to show up. Oh, thank you guys for the hype train. Murphy, thank you for the biddies, friend. Hold on. Nathan, or Dragon, if you will. Can I be perfectly clear? There is nothing about the stream that has anything to do with a goose, a duck, anything. Nathan gifted this and said, I believe, said something like everyone should have a duck or everyone should have a goose. Well, it's here. So, yeah. Will, thank you for the sub for tier 3. Oh, my goodness. A goose. Yeah. So, the goose lives back here for right now. So, that's where the goose lives. And Jimmy, here. For today, we'll put Jimmy up there. Daffodil, hello. Duck, duck, goose. That's right. Hi, Tom. And yet it fits so perfectly. I got nothing, man. I just work here. Did you just say a goose like the outtake from Liar Liar? Yes, I did. That's one of my favorite clips. I love that clip so much. He takes the piece of paper and crumples up. Oh, goose. I'm glad you know. I'm glad you know what that one is, Vin. What? Civilized, thank you for the bits. Meg, thank you so much for the 5 months. Hi, coach. Today is whatever Wednesday, so that means it's a non-Faz day. And what are we doing on this non-Faz day? Well, I let the subs sort of decide last minute. I said, do you guys want to play? And then I gave a couple options. Friday is viewer day. Tommy Tom, how was the rest of your stream earlier, friend? Tom was working on the frickin' tier 1 challenge, just like we were. He's working on it. Boo. But I put up a vote and I said, do you guys want Lethal Company? Do you want Granny, which I've never played before? Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, which is like an 8-bit Friday, 8-bit Five Nights at Freddy's game. So very retro feel. Or like The Room or Cult of the Lamb. I don't want to talk about it. Tom, I feel you, man. Twice. I'm not okay with it. Tide, hello, friend. Good to see you. But yeah, listen, the options are always there. There's always a possibility that we could get back into playing one of those at some point. Who knows? We're not going to have a Faz update for like 2 months. So yeah. Mr. Chinggis! Hello, friend. So yeah. Yeah, there's that. Yeah. Cult was an option. I put it into the main chat in there. Where's the mod code? I will get you to mod code. I'm going to have crowd control on. I'm using a pack that Vin, Chiba, and Glay used the other day, which he said was pretty stable. I always go to Vin when I ask about mod packs because he does it way more often than I do. Him and Glay. They do it all the time. Well, I was going to play. What do you mean? You say was going to play because I mentioned that I got the mod pack from them? What do you mean? Oh, you mean, because crowd control. Oh, That's okay. I upped the prices on what it would be for doing things to friends. Flash to play DVD again? No, not really. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. But let me get the code. Get out of here. I swear to God. Crowstar? That was you, wasn't it? Siraj, thank you for the lurk, friend. All right. I have the mod pack code. I'm going to, let's see. Oh God, there's a couple things that need to happen right now. There's a couple things that need to happen right now. Wait until it's not. You shut your butt. Should play the tavern game that Coach. I don't know if I would be into that. I was watching Coach play that earlier today. I don't know if that would be my. Archer 7's goated. I love him. I've had him for a few years, man. Set to DM, no rush. No worries, Ms. V. I'll absolutely check it, friend. Yeah. On lockdown with a cult? Wait, what? Wait, what? All right. How do I need to start this? I need to start this. Do I do it from crowd control or not? I think I do it from crowd control. Because it loads that and it does that, yeah. Have you tried the new Office game that came out? I have not. I haven't. All right, it's starting. I'll add the crowd control overlay as well, so that way you guys can redeem your free coins and all that jazz. Had mine for 2.5 years. I use IAMs now, but I still. Okay, I got you. Don't make my own faces at me. Roxy, did it work? Hey, Blurp worked. Look at that. Ew to you. It worked. Yeah, it was on their end, Roxy. I thought it was something that we did. No, it was completely on their end. Completely. Oh my God, there's so much stuff loading into this game right now. I'm going to post the mod code into... Let's see. One mod code. All right, the mod code is in team chat. I'm sure I'll have a couple other friendos that I will absolutely invite to play too if they're interested. Hey, Super, what's up, friend? Also, we are on our way to our next goal for our September. Is there music right now? No, there's nothing. I did finally add that, even though it's over my face, you can still see it. I could probably make that smaller. Hi, Rafa. But yeah. There we go. That's fine. So next up is going to be the Nasty Soda Wheel. And then after the Nasty Soda Wheel, we add another viewer day. We add another one. Tattoo. It's on the list. It is on the list. All right. Clicking play. Oh, it's because I muted it. Oh, good on me. Maybe I'll actually choose a day I'm not working. I said that the one that's coming up, obviously, is going to happen this week on Friday. But then if we hit that goal, then that viewer day will happen on a Sunday. I'll do that on a Sunday so that way more people can join that are during the day and it's not stupid late. What tattoo are we talking about? That's going to be up to chat. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about it until we're nowhere close to that. I'm not even thinking about that. I still have those sodas just chilling. What do you think is in my fridge? What do you think is sitting in my fridge? I hear Dorita alcohol. Listen. Cute little toe sitting on the ankle. A poll for the tattoo? No, I'm going to open up a channel in Discord where people are going to be allowed to recommend what they want, and then Mrs. Flash will make the decision. I think it's this one. There we go. tattoo on the booty cheek. Okay. People were saying we need to get, I need to get goo on there. What's the bot thing that deals with bot follows and whatnot? Seribot? Do we recommend location as well? No, I will choose location and size. You guys will let me know what it's going to be. Toe wearing a black cape. A black cap that says goo. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let me add crowd control to the extensions so that way you guys actually have the ability to use it. Do you have tattoos? I have one. Yeah, I have one on my back. Part of it was on my spine. Yeah. Got one. Get the handprint with glow in the dark ink. Someone else said something about glow in the dark ink. I was like, that could actually be kind of cool. Yeah. Have to update Discord first? What do you mean? You don't have any? I was going to get more. I just never did. What's the tattoo? It's a cross with tribal and flames because I walked into a tattoo shop when I was 18 and I was just like, I just want a tattoo. They're like, of what? I was like, I don't know. I don't care. So I just pointed over. I just like, yeah, sure. That looks good. It's like, yeah, why not? Oh, Gamer Wolf. Well, that'll clear up the sinuses. Did you like it though? Yeah, it was fine. I was like, I don't care. I just want a tattoo, man. Whatever. Whatevs. Kept it from me, Phoenix. Listen. It's not something I'm just like, hey, do you guys know I have a tattoo? I don't know. Nobody ever asked. Nobody ever asked. So I just kept my mouth shut. How long does glow in the dark ink last though? That's a good question. You have 0 tattoos? By the way, what I thought was allergies the other day, yeah, it definitely was not allergies. Confirmed, not allergies. Yep. Absolute head cold for the past like 2 days. Yep. I was like, oh man, these allergies are crazy. It wasn't allergies. Thank you, Mr. Rafa. Told you no open mouth kissing, but I want to do it. Not the Rona. I don't think so. A couple reasons why I don't think so. A, I'm not sure you can get it that close back to back. B, it doesn't feel the same. When I had the Rona the second time, I was like, this feels familiar. I need to get tested because this feels like that. This does not. This feels like head cold. Change of season. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're okay. No, I mean, you know what I mean. Okay. We're okay. All right. Let me go to extensions. Let me add this. Oh, crowd control. I need to add you back. Oh, that was so weird. Mostly unstable. Thank you for the 2-month prime. It's showing up weird in this activity feed, but we'll see how things go today. If I have to pull up the other activity feed, I will, but we might be all right. Okay. Chill. Okay, that is there. Okay. Got Rona twice. For me, it was just like the flu. For me, it was like the flu, but my body was so weak. My bones hurt. Like, it felt like a overstimulated fever. It was really strange. Really, really strange. Kaiser! Thank you for the prime. Appreciate you guys. I have a huge bat on one leg, a huge beta fish on the other thigh, and a couple on the hips. That's cool. First, it's time for the sodies. Yeah. We might as well do it now, man. Did your hat hurt? Did my hat hurt? Wait, what do you mean? Did my hat hurt? When it fell from heaven? All right. Looking into getting a Michael Myers tattoo. Oh, coach, that'd be so good. It's a part of me. Oh, was it like just throbbing? There's like a little heartbeat in here? It's a part. Clover, thank you for the 14 months. Night, thank you for the 18. Oh my God. My mom has purple rose on her shoulder. Oh my God. You said you hurt in the bones, so I figured the hat hurt as well. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. I see what you're saying. That's what I'm assuming what Sean meant. Yeah. All right. Well, before we get into this, yep. Should be delish. We're just really praying that ranch doesn't happen. Did my weekly on Faz today and got a Ure first game just like me. Oh my God. Dude, that Ure was ridiculous. Corn to be interesting. Yeah, they're all really bad. Yeah, they're all extremely bad. None are good. I'm just updating my overlay while we're here. Yeah, none of them are good. May the ranch be... No, how dare you say that? That is such an awful thing to say to somebody. That is wishing the worst on your enemy. I mean, your friend. I mean, shut up. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, where's the wheel? I'm scared. It's not any better. I mean, it doesn't matter where that wheel lands. The only place I don't want it to land is on the freaking ranch. All right, buffalo wing. Delish. Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. All right. I got a bottle opener here somewhere. Where's it at? I'll use the table if I have to, but I think I've had enough soda. They got me a bottle opener. There it is. I got it. I'll go to the full screen. Your heartburn kicked in just thinking of it. Yeah, it's not good. That's the one your son noped out on. Yeah. Again, the only one of these that says natural on it anywhere is the mustard one. That is the only one that says natural on it. It's just orange soda. Yeah, that ain't no damn orange soda. I can tell you that right now. Wish you got the pumpkin one. It doesn't matter which one I got. They're all disgusting. They're all disgusting. Well, GG's. Oh my God. That'll clear up your sinuses. Ugh. Hurts the throat. We're fine. We're fine. Anyway, about those games. Spice is good. That's not spice. It's just carbonated, gross, nasty. There's no crying on stream. Okay. We're good. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I bet you were fun at college parties. I had a good time. Oh my God. Oh, Mathis, thank you for the 7 months. Okay. My lips hurt. My lips burn. All right. Well, that's out of the way. Like I said, the next goal is for another community day. Oh my God. Okay, we're fine. I'll just be doing that for the next like couple hours. All right. Hopefully this just works. Because I'm trying something else today too. Maybe? No? Okay. Okay. That looks good to go. Hopefully I can see the things in the stuff. Oh, Will, thank you so much for the gifted friend. Appreciate you. And Manic, 9 months. If this does mess up, we would need to remove the HD lethal as it's deprecated, but works fine the last time you used it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, if I need to, I'll just create another code. So hopefully you don't have to worry about that at all. Sus? What's sus? What do you mean? Night, thank you for the gifted to Miss V. Just don't mess up. Roger that. Roger that. Facts. Yeah, facts. Okay. Oh. So yeah, if I'm sniffly tonight, I do apologize, but that would be why. That explains why. What is this music? This music is this is Desert Star. It's called Carissa. If you do ! song, should be able to pop up. Okay, so let me turn up the sound in the game, which I had turned down, I think. There we go. Conflame, go back. Friends only, crew size. I'll keep it to 10. Do that. Delete. I guess there was nothing to delete. Okay, good. Let's see how it goes. Let us see. I have not played the update yet, so I don't know how it is. Cali Cat, hello. Break of Daylight, hello, my friend. I was going to add my posters, but I was kind of afraid to.
Welcome
Last
to your
Odin,
first day
hello.
on the job. This is your very own autopilot ship, where you will eat and sleep for the duration of your contract.
Doing well, Manic. How are you?
Make yourself at home.
Pikachu's just staring at us.
To complete the onboarding process, you will want to check the instruction manual and sign into your ship's computer terminal. We trust you will be a great asset to the company. Great asset to the company. Great asset.
Okay. Am I a great asset? I don't know. I guess we're about to find out. I forget. Is it the next page N? It is. I'll put on the black Midnight Society one. There we go. There we go. Is it off? If you're talking about crowd control, I got to turn it on. I'm just waiting a second. I'm waiting a second, then we'll turn it on. Yeah. What up, Nate? I'm good, dude. How are you? That's not showing up over here, which is big Sag. Who's this guy? Well, that message showed up though. What the hell? Hi, raising the roof. Oh my god. Knight, thank you for the subs, dude. Oh my. Okay. So they are showing up. That was strange. Okay. So we should be good. We should be good. All right, I'm going to move some stuff around. Pulling my friends into playing this tonight. I thrive in chaos. Hi, Sparkle. Sir. Yes, Mr. Chinggis. Yes. Yes, sir. It says you're on version, and I'm on version. Hi, Ella. Wait, so it says you're on an older version? I'm not in the beta or anything. It says you're on a newer version. How? My game has no update. Ah. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I'm able to get in just fine.
Yeah, what the? Is he like a power user? Is he on something we don't know?
I just need to restart his game.
Oh yeah, maybe just do a quick restart, Chinggis. See if that does it. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I was about to say, because I know I played not too long ago. Played from it. I mean, Raisin, they are pretty great. Mods, maybe. I mean, it's the same mod pack that I'm using. It's the same one. Yeah, I've seen it, Ella. I've played it before. It's just I had no interest in playing that again. Yeah. Okay, so trying different stuff tonight. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully it does, because right now the chat is working perfectly fine. I'm curious to see how other things work as well. We're gonna pet them bees. We might pet those bees. All right. I need to take. What is it? Oh god. How do I store that? X? There we go. Take that guy, put that guy over there. Can you tell us a story, Grandpa?
Well, Sonny boy, I remember back in the day when I worked in the coal mines before we even had these spacey ships.
Oh yeah,
And
I
you
see.
may ask, Grandpa, why the long face? Well, I'll tell you, son. After my voice got a little hoarse,
What's wrong with you?
manners couldn't understand the way I had made their choices in life.
I really enjoy your upgraded rocker.
Thank you.
It's mobile and everything. Like it's got wheels. You can actually.
I know.
There it
The
goes.
little wheels. Little wheels.
Little wheel. Hi, Mr. Chinggis. Got a wheel.
Chinggis.
How's
my
Peepaw Van?
Oh, Peepaw Van.
And when I'm next
Wow.
to Moonboy, that's Meemaw. Meemaw Moon.
Meemaw Moon. Get it here. Here, hold on. Kind of lousy day. Oh, I'm sorry things
Press
aren't going
N, then
well.
you
Things.
can change it.
Which one? What'd you press? Oh, N.
And it's a Nancy.
I am having all the problems. That mod didn't load for me, so they're just standing there, but I can see him on his stream.
Well, it's because that's what happens when you load in for the first time. They're emoting.
Yeah.
Gotta stop emoting.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Now you should see it, right?
Well, how about now? Maybe
I
when we-
see him now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me turn crowd control on. Once I get crowd control on, well, you guys can do the stuff and the things. Okay. So you guys.
Fuck those bees.
Oh my god.
Fuck, it's so good.
You guys should have the ability to redeem coins, I believe. Yeah. So all those channel points that you've been holding on to, well, this is your time to shine. If you can redeem free coins every, I forget, it's like every 30 minutes or something. And then if you're a sub, you can get even more. Yeah. Oh my word. Every one of those redeems is coming into this other activity chat. I would like them not to, but I think they're just gonna have to. All right. So where are we going? Wait, that just flew by. Wait, that flew by. Why
To the moon, Alice. To the moon.
That just flew by. Little Gray, thank you for getting coins.
I can turn
To
this
the
up.
moon.
Is it possible for me to find somewhere where I can see that? Oh god, I'm gonna miss coins stuff. I'll figure it out in a little bit. We'll figure it out. Wish we could buy more. You can. It's just cost real dollars that turn into coins. Yeah. All right. Where are we going? What are we going? Experimentation?
I don't know. I've
Chose
never
Adamant.
played this game without Mayor driving and just telling me where to go. So
Just go in there.
I just
I already put
Just
it.
go get the stuff. Oh, you already picked it. Okay. Looks like it's gonna be chaos. Yeah, it's gonna be something. All right. Well, let's rock then.
Okay.
And then if there's anybody
Okay.
else that's gonna, yeah, and then if people want to join, then we'll allow. Yeah. Been waiting.
pull the lever, Mr.
I
Flash.
told
You
Graham
have to
we
do
have
it
more
first
I
time.
gotta-
so
pull
he
the-
can join any.
Who?
Graham.
Oh,
Oh,
Grammy's
Grammy
gonna
Graham.
join us
Yes,
soon.
of course. Of course. All right. Here we go. Okay. How do I redeem crowd points with channel? You go to the channel points in the bottom left. Yeah.
It's been a very long time since I've played this, Mayor. Very long time.
Who just went
Well,
flying?
good luck.
Well, what a vote of confidence. Well, good luck. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall. We're gonna
Fine.
fall. Run. No! No!
No!
Help me! What the f is that? Okay. By the way, I'm using a mod pack that was provided by Vin, and I don't. Oh god. Oh, sand turd. Oh my god. Step on it. I am. What are you? Don't laugh at me. The crowd control icon isn't showing up anywhere. Are you on mobile or are you on desktop? People are redeeming it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
To the moon, Alice. To the moon.
I chose Adamant.
On mobile, you need to look below the
I
stream.
don't know if he'll still be fine now.
Chicas, you're the little bird of it. Was that you or was that thing that said to the moon?
Didn't realize. To the moon.
Yes, and to the moon, Alice, to the moon. Hey, give it back. What was humping my head? I
check
forget
it
their
with the
names.
Thumper.
Okay. Oh, a flashlight. All right. Oh my god. Holy shit. Never mind. You know what? I don't like this door anyway. You know what? I don't like that door. That door's stupid.
Yeah, that door is stupid. Is there a back door?
It's there now. Okay. I think there is, but I don't know how to get to it. Oh my
Dear
god.
God,
Oh my
there's a
god.
dead flash right there.
Careful. Don't step on it. It's me, Jessica. Someone gave me a gold bar.
Oh God. What was that?
Jesus Christ. I don't know. There's no way I'm making it back with this, right? Okay, I have a ladder. Oh my God. Why is there random explosions? Come, little
Oh,
friend.
there's a thumper inside.
It's not working. Isn't it not working for you guys? So for some it is and some it isn't?
You want a weapon?
I'll be okay. Oh, you only got one. You need two.
Get off me!
No, you want them. They're going to help. They're
You
friends.
want a weapon? Yeah, until they fly you up.
Wee! Ah! Okay, we're fine. Oh my God.
Fly you up.
Yeah, coin redeem is not working even after refresh. Really? Okay. Hold on. Here, let's try this. Here.
Oh yeah!
It's fine. I'll double check the session and I'll shut it down if I have to. It's literally in me. Son of a bitch. That was a lot of dogs.
Stupid things.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. What about
Look
you?
at them. Look at these two.
Oh, they're both dead.
They're just jamming on top of the ship.
Flash, look out.
I hate you. I hate you so much. That bastard.
Time.
Hey. Flash, look out. How dare you? What the hell?
What is going on? What is that?
What?
What is that?
Oh, just here. Hold on.
Oh Jesus!
Months.
Now you have a speed boost.
Come on! I just got back. Son of a bitch. Oh my God. Murphy, thank you for getting coins, friend. Ay, ay, ay.
I'm just gonna pull the lever.
So is it still not working for some, or did you do a refresh and then it was?
Let's
I don't know.
Confused what's happening? That's okay. We all are. It's okay. We all are. Gosh darn it. Apocrypha, hello. Thank you, friend. Not working. So what happens when you click the button?
Got some money.
I still pet that dog. You pet that dog real good. I just look for my goddamn bees. Go pet the crap out of them.
That was horrible.
That was something.
That's crowd control.
It says you've reached the redemption limit. How much did you redeem? Because there is a redemption limit. You can't just, yeah, it's not going to let you just keep redeeming and redeeming
I'm
and
putting
redeeming.
on angry space pajamas.
With rainbows on your cross.
Only once? Hmm.
I have no idea what it's like. They're just angry.
I tried 3 times, no coins.
Crutch.
Oh my God. Are other people able to redeem? There's the question. Go pet them bees.
Oh my God, it's a rainbow.
Love rainbow.
I click the button, it pulls my coins, then immediately puts them
There's also
back.
one
It
on your
doesn't give me the
butt.
crowd control coins.
Oh yeah,
Yours redeemed.
it's a rainbow Pac-Man on your butt.
I just did it again. I only have 250. Should have gotten 350, or am I wrong? Wait. So, hold on. Should you have gotten 350? Are you talking about the channel point redeem? Because the channel point redeem, you get what is it? You get 100. It's kicking out anyone who redeemed before they set up the extension, I think. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the extension. Oh, I'm sorry. You gotta go potty. Man, if you gotta go, oh, it's Chingus. Oh wait, if you gotta go, just go.
I gotta pee on this base. I pee on this base.
Tells you over redeemed, but you haven't redeemed any coins. So if I go to, oh, let's see. Is it analytics, configure, coins, channel redeem, limit per user, 3.
It might just be the extension doesn't update as frequent as it should.
Yeah, so under my, yeah, because I have limit per user 3, and
Maybe try deleting the redeems and then re-adding them.
yeah, I could try that, or I could go to like, yeah, because they're there, like I see them there.
There's also a link if they want to directly buy the coins.
I might just turn it off and turn it back on again. If I turn it off and turn it back on again, you guys, I think, just get more chance at coins. I think that's...
IT solution.
Yeah. Hyper, thank you for the coins. Classic, turn it off, turn it back on. Let's try it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. We're still really, really early, so why the hell not? All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it off. We're gonna end the session. Okay. How did it go? Well, mixed opinion. These two. Start session. Okay. So now try. Slash or Tasher. What's up, Tash? Thank you for the 17 months, friend. So now you should be able to redeem. You two are ridiculous. Both of you. You and you.
I hit on my skill.
You guys should take this on the road. Nope, no coins. Because look, because you see how some people are able, like some people are redeeming them.
That synced way too well.
Oh my god. Oh wait, I probably should. I forget what it is. What's the emote thing? The tilde.
Tilde, yeah.
We'll do DMCA free. Says I hit the limit. I don't know why it's doing that. Letting you redeem but not paying out. Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. Because it sounds like it's many a people that are having an issue where they're redeeming, or it's saying that they maxed out even though they didn't redeem. It's redeeming and then refunding.
Maybe try deleting the redemptions and then bring it back.
For the channel points?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Ben suggested, right?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to. Excuse me. All right, let's try that. Turn off stream, coming back online? No, I don't think it'd be worth turning the stream off. No. Thank you for the follow. I'm a potato. Welcome back in, friend. All right, channel points. All right, I'm gonna completely delete that one. And then what I'll do is I will end the session again. Go to coins. Those should be visible, which they are now. But this one, limit the amount of times a user can redeem each reward. Maximum amount of total redeems on the stream. 0 for unlimited, which is what we want. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to completely... Oh, that just crashed my game. Oh, it's probably a good thing. All right, hold on. So I closed crowd control and it completely crashed the game. It takes the coins and puts them back. Right. Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out now. All right, so let me launch the game again. What a pain in the butt. What a pain in the butt. That's all right. We'll get it restarted again. We'll make it work, damn it. We will make it work. Have you seen the mines yet? Yes, I have. Yeah, the mines are massive. They're huge. They're huge. We nuked it. Oh, thank you, Ms. V. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, crowd control usually does not give me a problem. It seems like the channel point thing is giving us an issue, though. But let's try it again. Hey, Brandon. How are you? Didn't set a limit within Twitch itself, did you? No. No, I never messed with it. Never messed with it. Got one? Okay. Let me do this again. We'll go back to here. Conflame. Yeah, I'm seeing the coins being received. I got it? Okay. Weird, man. Freaking weird, dude. All right, well, be kind, rewind. Please be kind to us.
I think I had that problem when I first started with it. It was like
weird.
The settings that I set up for it.
Right. Yeah, it was weird. Like this is the first time I've ever experienced that, where the channel points were not like giving back. That was weird. Or they were trying to redeem it, but it was like giving it back to them. It was so stupid. Lizard, hello. Weird.
It takes backsies.
Well, it seems to be working now though, so that's good.
So deleting them and putting them back work?
Well, the only thing I deleted was the 100 coin one, because that's the only one that was active at the time. And then when I went to close crowd control, it crashed the game. Yeah, it was freaking weird.
Well, yeah.
Who said we were kind? I said you could be.
Wink.
Okay.
Flash, in case this gets missed, I'm tagging.
You're tagging what? Oh, thank you. Oh, okay.
Because of all the coin redeem.
Highland Walrus, I got you, homie. I'll do it now, because if I don't do it now, you know we'll forget. All right. There we go. I did it now, so that way there would be no forgettings.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. Would have wanted to be. You should be nice, though, because, you know... All right, where are we going? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm just seeing coin. Even though some of them are lower, I'm just seeing coin after coin after coin after coin. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
They're gonna have to be the ones that kind of let me know if things are too much. If anything at any point seems too much, let me know and we will adjust. Yeting!
Oh, I love ass. Let's go.
Oh, my favorite. Delicious. Nutritious. Run!
Whatever you do, don't look down.
Oh, what if I'm looking up?
You're gonna have a good time.
Oh, what the fuck? No, fuck off! No, ow! Already? Oh, it jumped. Oh, hey, I got one too. Thank you. What do we got?
Oh, wow. Door's right here.
What?
Ooh.
Are you
Turret.
okay? Oh, you say turret?
Turret.
Oh, there's a turret over there?
No. Oh, the angle is just right for.
Yeah, boy. Oh, gee, a mini.
Gee, money.
You don't want to pet those bees.
That son of a bitch went outside. That's not even fair. What the fuck? A damn coil head chased me outside.
I got swarmed by so many bees. I don't know how I survived. There's so
Oh
many
my-
bees.
Oh my
Yeah, don't pet
god.
those bees.
It's my heaven. Look what I'm gonna pet. I'm gonna pet you. Gonna pet you. Gonna pet you. Gonna pet you. And you. And you.
What does lurking do? Lurking just lets me know that you have the stream open, but you might not be paying attention.
Those bees pet me. I didn't like it. Hey. Hey. Man. Alright, here we go. No, I'm not. Oh, shit!
What is wrong with all of you? Come here. Come here.
Super big thing.
Flash's child.
Oh, Benjamin?
Oh god. By the way, those beehives are zero valid.
I know it's the gold card.
Oh, what the fuck? No, god damn it.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Hey, Flash.
I don't know how I survived.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh my god.
What the hell?
What's up, guys?
So,
I hardcore.
I didn't realize everyone was dead. I'd have retreated into the ship and at least pulled the lever.
I like hit some sort of a like a spring or something.
Oh yeah, the
I can't see shit.
I forgot what they're called. Brown thing.
Well,
I forgot they're called too.
it's going great. Oh god, where's the lights?
I can't find
Little-
I'm trying
little-
to find it.
little help now.
On,
It's
on this wall.
Little help now.
Ben, don't touch me
Wait,
there. I
oh,
know it's you.
Okay.
Got it, I got
I
it.
knew it was you.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, what does it smell like?
Oh my god. What's with the redeem crowd control coins? It's how you
broken
use
dreams.
crowd control.
Oh, you don't need to fucking
Brother,
lick it. Jesus Christ. I just smell it.
Brother, ew.
Brother, ooh.
Oh,
You only need 110.
my
That'll
god.
be fine.
You have a key.
The hell is this? What's this binocular?
I don't
Nope.
know. Flash got that. I don't know.
It doesn't work.
I don't. I just it was in my hand. Start
What
off
is
strong.
that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Thought it was a large
I don't-
pair of binoculars. I guess not.
I mean,
Maybe
is.
Turbines?
Actually,
it
does look like
is, but I don't know what it does, other than just being able to see.
Maybe we learn when we get to the moon?
'Cause I can't see a value or anything.
Gave you the binoculars, but what do we do with it? Yeah, it's just a random thing that we can't actually use. Oh, oh, it has writing
Well,
on it.
someone gave you binoculars.
But why are they so massive? Hey, Dream.
I think it's pretty good size.
Yeah, boy. All right, we're going
But
now.
I have two.
Oh my God.
my.
Are those giant binoculars? Yes, they are. Thank you for noticing.
That's so rigid.
Wow. Rigid.
Where are we going? Oh, March, brother. Ooh.
Oh, that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We thought.
It's fine.
Yeah, just don't spawn 900 dogs, chat.
I mean, the dog didn't call it that again, but the bees were my fault.
Roll
That
the
makes
dice.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens. It's okay. All right, let's roll. So 901. No, that's not what they're asking for. I'm scared.
Just run away as fast as you can.
Okay, roger that.
Run away.
Every
Run
now and then I
away.
get a little bit.
You're a little bit lonely.
Oh, Benjamin! Oh
Benjamin,
my
now.
God! Oh my God! The redeems in the the left part of my. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh, Benjamin, no. Benjamin, no.
Don't feed him yet. Don't feed him yet. Okay. Do you want a weapon? Bitch! I did a ting.
What
That was a bracken.
the hell just happened?
I shoosted it in the mouth. Oh fuck! Get back! Oh fuck! No! I don't have any ammo. I had a gun. Yeah. I don't have any ammo though. Oh, thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Who put me here? I can't see shit. Where
Okay,
are
Flash.
we? What is this?
We're just scan.
What?
There's stairs over here. Follow my voice. There's stairs over here, and there's a block.
Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck, you scared the shit out of me.
Oh my God. Well, you think Benjamin could take a shot? Never mind. I think somebody did us a favor. Okay. I guess I'm going back.
Oh, did they kill things around us?
Yeah. They did nice things.
I love you, chat.
I love
Let's go.
you. I'm very heavy. I have a yield sign and all kinds of shit.
What's that?
Oh, no. Chinggis? Chinggis?
Bees were my fault.
Chinggis? Chinggis? Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, some of the mods, I don't know what they are, what they do. Step on the crab. What does it do? Is that what I walked onto that like shot me up in the air? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Okay. All right, confirmed. Roger that. How's lethal going? Pretty lethal. Oh, you son of a bitch. No. Oh, thank you. Why is there so much blood? Is that a Pokeball? To know if they're catchable? Oh, got a Pokeball. Hey, hey. Are you catchable? How do I know if it's catchable? Are you catchable? Bam, 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 bam. Oh, you. No.
Hold on.
Oh God, sand turd. Oh God, sand turd. Sand turd.
No,
Sand
you're
turd.
fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Am I?
Yeah, that's not.
No, I heard a sand
Hey,
turd.
go clean up. Oh, you said. I thought you said intern.
Oh no, sand turd.
Nothing. Hey, go clean up.
Why is there toilet paper here?
Oh, it cleaned up. For...
So I have a Pokeball. What can I catch? Oh God. Run, fella, run! No! No! What? I'm so heavy now!
Oh no!
Damn it!
Oh no,
Flash,
Flash,
look
look out!
Son of a...
Oh man! I wonder what was in that Ultra Ball.
What is that?
Huh?
Oh, hey, you can go get your Ultra Ball. Actually, no, it
Huh.
the worm
Oh,
eats.
So
it's
wait,
swallowed. Yeah,
so-
the worm ate it.
Okay, I was gonna say, so question.
You
So
mother.
the Pokeball you find, that already has something in it?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Look out, thank you.
This one has a butler.
Oh God!
Look
Yeah,
at
if
thick.
you've got a dead body of a monster, it'll clean
what
it up
the-
and give you a scrap.
Hi, Brad. Yeah, sure.
We have quota. Should probably leave before they spawn a dog in here or
Yeah,
something.
probably not a bad idea. Butler creepy.
King's out
No,
here giving
listen.
them ideas.
He's just chilling. He's fine. He's our buddy. Your nose is just catching that wind hard.
You know, a little ready nose. Yeah, it goes. Mucinex.
Ah, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the Mucinex got you.
Ah,
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom
Also,
already.
Flash, revive is at 1500. I'm not sure if you want to
It shouldn't be.
have that
But you could
lower.
make it cheaper for them to, you
It
know,
was
revive us.
it was very much so cheaper.
Report to the company building immediately.
Did that
Sell
somehow
your
get
scrap
reset?
Yeah, it's currently at 1500.
You have
Oh, no,
2
no,
days
no.
left to meet the profit quota.
Oh, look, it's from a
That
ready
has
nose.
been
I got some toilet
been
paper.
fixed. It should not be
Autopilot to the
that.
company building.
Is that a Chingus? It is a Chingus. My little
Was
friend.
like 15 seconds of like light.
It's good enough. All right, to the company.
Who's that?
I mean,
What?
Hi, Graham.
Graham. God.
Look at that
Hey.
amazing helmet.
Hello?
Your eyeballs
Oh, hey.
peeking at the top of your helmet are super nice.
just in time, Grammy.
Hi,
I
Mr.
found
Graham.
you your plastic fish.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Hammock
thank
and
you.
Gamba.
You stumbled me.
There we go.
Gamba.
Poor
Gamba.
Chingus.
Gamba.
Gamba, Gamba,
Come on,
Gamba.
gamble this toilet paper.
That's right.
Everyone knows paper gold.
But it definitely was, or used to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Stocking up for the end time.
It's a Grammy Graham. All right, this isn't worth anything. I don't even know. Can I use this to gamble?
I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
All right, so there's
Yeah, it says 0.
110.
How's it going, Grimmy?
I mean, can give it a try, I guess. In college dorm watching. Hey, let's go.
Can you what is that? A smoke and a pancake?
Smoking a
A
pancake.
schmuck and a pancake.
Bong and a blitz.
Bong and a blitz.
Don't
Cigar and a
cross
waffle?
the streams.
Holding
Hey.
0. Roger that. Oh, Sag. Useless.
Here, do you want to gamble? Use my poke.
You can. I can watch for a second.
Go for it, Pop.
All right. Wait, isn't this
Don't
the
stop.
butler though?
Yeah, but you don't need to sell
It
it.
doesn't need value.
Yeah. Feel like it's FlashForce's butt.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any gray poupon?
Wait, hold on.
Who's
wait,
this
wait,
guy?
Wait.
His face looks like the poop emoji on the from the side.
Is it the saw guy?
Wait, how do I retrieve it?
Press
it.
P.
Got it. Well, where's the Pokeball?
In your inventory?
No.
No.
Oh,
Oh, no,
mother.
Flash.
What happened? Where'd he go?
Flash.
Wait, hold on. I got it. It was on the floor.
Oh, how'd you see it? There was nothing there.
I scanned.
Oh.
Oh, imagine using the mechanic of the game.
Wow,
Imagine.
crazy.
I'm mad.
Look, now I can serve us drinks.
Yes, I'd like a martini, please. Yes.
Jack and a Coke.
Extra
Jack.
vermouth.
This is what we're gonna do. Bartenders from now on, just walk up to the bar and point at them. Drink. Give.
Give. Drink.
Ow.
Give drink.
Ow.
He's
Don't
not
look at me
doing-
like that.
Look- he's not doing a good job at following me. Hold on. Look how creepy this is.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh, no, I don't like it.
I'd like to take a whiskey
God,
shower.
it's literally-
Oh god.
Henry?
It's like the
regular, please.
poop emoji that was left out in the sun for like 7 days.
Hey, look at this extinguished gentleman. All right, he's gone.
Oh,
It's like Batman Returns
Bye.
Penguin.
All right, got him. No, we'll save him. I think he's hilarious.
You don't want to gamble him?
No, he's so funny. We can gamble on the next one.
Okay.
He's he's so nice.
Yeah. And I saved
Be step.
Grammy's there.
Oh, okay. We got Grimmy's fish. We got a butler. We got all the good stuff.
These big fucking binoculars that
And
don't do
those
anything.
huge effing binoculars.
if you see another Pokeball flash, just scan it to see if there's something inside.
Oh, it'll tell you. Okay.
Yeah, it'll tell you.
Okay.
Or nothing at all.
Band up, hello.
Grammy?
Nothing at all.
I'm good. How are you?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. All right, is everybody here?
Sorry, coming.
No, we're just
You're-
waiting on
you're
Graham.
okay. He's chilling. He's
I
fine.
didn't want to leave Graham. Yeah.
All right, let's rock. Guess who's back? Hello.
You gonna go?
Let's rock.
We're all here.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop,
Oh, I see
boop-a-doop.
we shop at the same backpack store. Very nice.
Right?
Thought you
Very
were hitting him
nice.
with the Beetlejuice line.
Kohl's had a sale on backpacks.
Everyone gonna watch a new one?
Whose face is that? Is that?
I will
Vin's
one
face?
day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
the horse
absolutely
face.
gonna. Oh, that's what that is. I'm like, what the hell? Hi, Blake. All right. Where to?
It doesn't matter. They're gonna change the weather and spawn everything on us anyway. Pick a moon. To the moon.
Oh,
once
wait,
we
crowd
once we
control's
spawn
on?
this moon. Oh yes, sir. Oh sir, yes sir. Oh sir, yes
Okay.
sir.
Oh,
I'm gonna
perfect.
go to the
Okay.
top of the ship and go potty real fast. So we'll just let fate
Okay.
decide what happens to me.
On the
Hopefully
ship?
Benjamin doesn't eat you.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, I might as well. Oh, there, yeah. Oh, Benjamin's. I guess I could sit inside the ship. Yeah,
So,
we'll
so
try
you might
that.
want to hide behind the command console.
Might not be a bad idea. All right. AS. You think so little? No.
Taking the back door, 'cause that's the kind of people we are.
Let's go the A.
I mean, it is that.
Here, I'll go up here. Oh my god, I can't see shit.
What's this weather?
I have no idea. All right, I'm going potty. I'll be back real quick, so be kind. Be nice.
Thank you.
Exterminate!
Oh, what the hell? How did I get up here? Oh, someone farted me into the air.
Okay. Am I alive? As in, still in the same spot? Oh, okay. Does somebody wait for me to get back to teleport me? Was that Veritas? Wait, who just got, dude, I hate that I can't see it. Veritas, did you just get coins? All right. I have no idea where people are, but we're going in. Have it. It's not very kind. Yeah. Ow. You changed your name and now it's Ryan. What's up, dude? Okay. Let chat breathe for a second. They collected a lot of stuff, so we're good. Okay, going in. Can't see a damn thing.
A schmuck and a pancake. A
Hello?
bong and a blitz.
That.
Let's play.
That's crowd control.
Nope. Fuck that. Oh, hell no. I was right. Bro. Okay. Benjamin?
I see Flash with a jetpack. You
I
left
don't-
Your son.
I don't like the Bracken mod. I don't like it at all. Oh my god. Jesus, dude. I don't like it. Oh my god, that one is so damn loud.
I can't tell anymore. Hey, you didn't pet them bee.
You gotta pet those bees.
I have them bees.
I brought those bees over here
I'll go
for you.
pet him
They're
in a
right
second.
there.
I'll pet him in a second. Hold on. Open the door. Where are they?
Right out there.
All right.
See them straight ahead.
Roger
Got them
that.
right there for you.
Thank you. This will be tough.
Oh, he's running right towards the phone.
Ow! 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 All right, I'm dropping right there for now. This.
Ow. Stop it, Chad. Stop it.
Ow! Ow! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Nope! Get away from the! Get away from the bees, you sand turd! I don't know if I can do this. We'll try anyway.
Oh, Graham DC.
Oh no!
Oh no. Vin dead?
Yeah, as always.
Mayor, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Oh, it's Benjamin! Oh, hi, Benjamin! Went
You don't need to
completely
feed
off.
Benjamin
Oh.
today.
What? I mean, he could use a snack. Poor little guy.
Genghis, you're the sacrifice.
The sacrifice.
Pull the lever. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever.
No, don't leave me!
Bye,
Don't leave
Benjamin.
me!
Grab the bee.
He said to pull the lever, so I pulled it. I just listened. He said pull the lever. Don't leave me. You said pull the lever. Don't leave me. Make up your mind. What do you,
No, it's fine. It's
what do you
fine.
want me to do?
okay.
Ay, ay, ay. Whew. That was something different.
Oh, I think Graham's internet went down or something.
I think so. Yeah, that's what they were saying. They said that it completely went down.
Yes, he's restarting everything,
thank you for
including
the
his route.
sub.
Oh, poor Grammy. Oh, touching us. Oh, wait.
What?
No, he's there.
He was left
Right
behind.
here.
Wrong lever.
Oh, left.
Hi,
Sorry,
Amber.
not disconnected.
Yeah, I was left. No,
Hi, Genghis.
I'm here. Hi.
This net works really well with your hat, Genghis.
I think so too. I like this hat. I want this hat in real life. Put the butler in the middle of us.
Oh, just put the butler right there in the middle.
He's gonna watch over us.
Yeah.
Would have been funny on a flooded planet. That would have been kind of funny.
Hey,
It won't let me.
Oh, I'd say yeah. It probably won't let you. That's a good point.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Imagination.
I want to see the poop emoji. Come here, man. Get out your ball.
Okay. Where are we headed to now? Back to AS or somewhere else?
to the moon.
To the, to
We've
the
got
moon.
quota. We've.
To a moon.
I mean,
Yeah,
as
but
long
you
as
don't
one
get-
of us survives.
I'll fly.
Yeah, but you don't get the full. You don't get the full amount if you go early. If
Oh
anybody
no,
does.
no, you don't. No, I wasn't indicating that. I was just saying one of us needs.
Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't been here yet.
Look, I'm a bird.
Oh my God, why?
Well, we're going. This is a moon
What's
that I have
that?
not experienced yet. This is trenches.
In there.
I have not
Keep
experienced
running.
this yet. Keep running? Where?
You have your jetpack.
I think I have to go through the trenches. I think I gotta run.
You want this, Flash?
No, I'm going for it. F it.
He wants to run.
Is there holes? Like, do we have to be careful of like holes or anything? I don't know if the high jump is working either. Yeah, see, the high jump is not working. I don't know why. If anybody did get coins and I did not see them, I do apologize. It's not showing up separately, which is annoying. What are we doing?
I was just checking the weather.
Oh, okay.
Bruce.
Hey.
Is that a shark?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Bruce.
it's our buddy.
Brucey.
Hee hee.
It's coming straight for us. Well, not
Should
exactly, but
I watch out for Bruce?
well, I mean, he is a shark.
Well, I know, but he also has a stop sign on his back.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Here, I'll go test it out.
All right.
Hey, are you friendly? Are you friendly? Oh dear God! Ow! What the hell? Ow! Oh God!
Bruce might be, but whatever that was, definitely is not.
And that's why I stopped.
What do you? How is like? What even targets you?
The light.
Oh, okay.
See how it's fine at yellow, but then it turns red when it sees them.
Oh, okay. The mansion.
Also, the front door's right there instead of the other way.
Oh, weird. Okay. Hey, look behind you. Mayor.
Hold on. Hold on. I see.
Look down.
What?
Look down.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Did you still get teleported?
I guess so. Wonder how they're doing.
We're alive for now.
Oh, you got teleported because you rolled the die. Oh.
Yeah.
Now I understand. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Oh.
Oh, shh.
It's
Are
fine.
they naturally here?
No, but they can spawn on any moon, I think.
Okay.
Oh, Chinggis is dead.
Oh, okay. Well, that adds up. That tracks. Do we go for it? What time is it? 12:30.
Okay,
Oh,
dude.
hey.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
Nothing happened. Vin and I never died.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Nope.
We can
First
trip
person.
him. Look at all the
Everything's
stuff we
Yeah,
found.
thank you for getting coins. All right, I'm coming back. I'm coming with you. We ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life!
Oh shit!
Bad boys
Run!
for life!
Run!
Bad boys for life!
Run!
I am.
That old bird's alive.
I know.
Oh shit!
Oh, fuck! Stamina, 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 stamina. Fucking ow! Fucking ow, dude! Good night, Will. Damn it. There's Mayor. How's Vin doing? His nostril. Man, it's feisty out there.
Yeah.
Phew. I tried. How is it? Oh, it's only 2:30. It's only 2. We're fine. We're good. We're Gucci. Okay. Okay, so watch out for the
All
red
been
light.
said again.
So I just stay away from the light and I'm okay, yeah?
Yeah. Hide behind buildings and the little.
So that light right there,
blockade
I just
area?
need to stay away from that light.
Yeah.
Okay. And light, like,
And the old bird.
and the bird. Oh shit, forgot about that. Okay, so we got to stay away from that. Oh, we use these guys. I see. Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, you're safe behind those unless it sees you.
Okay. I see. So as that thing turns, we just get behind buildings and whatnot. Now I get it. Now I get it.
Here is safe.
Okay. Oh, let's get stuck. So I should be okay because it didn't see me go here. Oh, you sons of bitches. What is that sound? Is that the light? Okay. Ow. Coming back. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Dude, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I have no stamina. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Bruce, help! Bruce! Bruce! Save me, Bruce! Ow! Fucking hell.
Oh shit. Oh, Flash, that's actually you.
Why? I'm so scared.
There's a mimic
Yeah,
in here.
it does that sometimes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Get out of here, nerd.
Oh my God.
There are mines that I can't see.
Yeah. I see the
I've
blinking
died twice to
light.
them. Yeah, that's about it. I have to keep scanning. Whoa. Why? Don't you do that to me, fake Flash. Oh, God. Oh, done. Take that.
Oh God. Oh God. Drop down. Drop down. Drop down. Woo.
Look at this map.
I hate it.
Oh, Flash's body just fell right in front of Vin.
Son of a bitch. Hi, JLB. He looks so ridiculous. Run, Vin, run! Oh my god. How's it going? It's going. Oh my god. He's trying to retrieve my body, and old birds are landing everywhere. There's some big light in the sky trying to moita us.
What?
I wish I could zoom out.
You him well.
Son of a bitch.
Flash. He was my friend.
God damn it.
He was so kind. One of the best men I know. Oh, hey, Flash. Welcome back.
Oh,
Hey,
how are you?
Flash.
Oh, hey. You weren't doing anything with my body, were you?
No, it's not.
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Oh, would we ever do that?
Okay. I'm just.
Grams rejoin.
Okay. Wonder what happened.
Hey.
Yay, grab me.
Are they giving your body the floppy for? I think so.
I got somebody's flashlight back.
Heyo.
Probably flashes.
There's a good chance it was mine.
Which death, I wonder?
Third, maybe?
He did
I died more than that.
fall down in front of your
Thank you, chat, for reviving me.
Oh, yeah, I got
Withering
that.
So not only do you get missiled to
Thank you for
death
the
in that map, the
coin.
shark
Bam.
does eat you too. You
Oh.
walk up close enough to it.
Oh,
He
see,
just
I
turns
never
around and
got
goes,
close
chomp.
Chomp. Corn dog.
Well, it was
Hi,
an
corny
accident.
dog.
I went in,
How are you, friend?
found Vin, but it wasn't Vin. I was staring at Vin's dead body on the floor, and then his mimic
I need
running
to see the new
around.
interior and the new
haunting me.
monster. Yeah, we definitely need to find the
And
new
then
monster.
so I left. I was like, nope, that's a mimic. And I left. And then Shark was like right there at the door. I was like, chow.
Oh,
A big bag of cash.
Chinggis food.
Who's that?
It's cash.
Oh, look at that cat.
Drop
Fake
bag
cat.
of fake money. Okay.
Yeah, we have Chinggis, we have Vin, and we have Mare, and Gremmy's joining back. I think Grammy was having
so
some
squishy.
interweb issues.
Ooh, brother. Ooh.
Brother, ooh.
Brother, ew.
Brother, ooh.
Like how that's another thing that we do. Brother. Ooh.
Got the DMCA
Follow the
version
leader.
on.
Follow the leader.
Ah, the beauties of not having to
Parkour.
Hey, I can do it for you.
Wouldn't you feel good about yourself if you found out that there was a DMCA strike on it because of that?
I
sang
would only
so,
laugh.
I sang so close that it actually thought it was it.
I mean, did you not just hear that? It's pretty awesome. I do say so
It's
myself.
I was gonna
damn near
say,
on
just replaying the song, masking the song, and only hear.
Oh my god.
You can only hear it. This reminds me of early 2000s music videos.
Oh my god. When music videos
Like,
actually meant something.
I miss good music videos.
So do I.
Yeah, they just don't make very good
They
ones.
just don't
anymore.
make them like they used to.
Make them like they used to.
No, it's because nobody cares to stop and watch them.
Yeah, there's certain like really popular songs.
Grammy.
Grammy.
Oh, you survived. Grab.
You're just taking a break. You're just taking a break. It's fine.
Grab.
Hello. Hey.
I mean, you didn't need to make up disconnect excuses because you needed to poop.
We saved your fish.
Oh,
Hey,
thanks. I
You old
appreciate
farts.
it.
Hey,
That was
who you call an old
yeah,
fart?
quite the predicament.
Quite the pickle.
I got like launched into the sky, and then it all rolls downhill from there. I blame crowd control.
Stupid crowd control.
Wow, crowd control. Imagine.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Imagine.
Wow.
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 Imagine if your community just blew
But
up.
MTV
Grammy
had
Jam for
music.
Grammy.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Let's go to Adamance. I don't know how long we'll do. What we might do is we might do at some point I might switch over to Faz to end the night.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do Lethal for a while. Never seen horrible CGI music videos from that. I mean, I did, but we still really enjoyed them.
Adamons.
Adamons.
Welcome to Adamons.
Where would he pucker our butt cheeks? Made it across. I found Benjamins. No Benjamins.
Did you find Benjamin?
I found Benjamins.
So close.
Hello.
Damn it, Benjamin.
Flash.
Yeah.
Dingus.
What'd you find?
Hey,
Hey! I found. Look at this. Hey.
it's empty.
Oh, I guess I'll take one.
Bees. Don't use it. It's bees.
Oh shit, Dingus, watch out!
Oh fuck.
Oh!
Oh fuck.
Well then, that happened.
I thought I could dodge. I thought I could somehow dodge it, but apparently you can't.
Is this the?
There is a hoarding bug that was in there though.
Oh my god. That was...
Damn it.
Just look.
Why is there bees inside?
Well,
Oh look, Benjamin.
Oh, you rolled a bee. Oh, he's gonna get him.
You better run,
He's
man.
getting close to getting him.
Oh. Followed by bees.
He is being followed by bees. Oh,
Hi, Court.
and nothing happened. Everything's fine.
Oh, we're good. Look, here he
Yeah,
comes.
perfectly fine.
Was that Graham?
Oh my
I heard. Graham?
Graham?
Yeah. What is this horseshoe crab? It scared me so bad. It launched me into the air. Oh my gosh. Okay, is it a bouncy? Oh, okay. It's a... Oh my freaking heart. Holy crap.
you
Joy
can make
until you're
some
out the bat.
like
No, okay.
great clutch plays. It's like, oh, later, nerd.
Yeah. Oh, it scared me so bad.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's a ya yeet. Oh look, Benjamins. Run, bear, run.
If you hit the horseshoe crab, it changes color to yellow and then red.
What is it like the yellow and
Then
red?
they get
How
higher.
hard? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So green is low. Consider how
Jeez.
later.
What are you?
I almost did it too. It would have shot me that direction, which I would not have wanted.
What are these things? So we have Grimace
Sea
and...
urchins, they hurt you.
Yeah, they're...
Oh! Oh my god.
Get egged.
That gives you a small buff for a small duration. You can run
It gives-
faster.
Oh. Nice. Okay.
Okay, so
What the
if I
fuck?
go like this. So we have a Benjamin's over here, which is not good. That sounds so wrong. What? But it's so right. Hi-ya. Oh, fuck. Damn it. I need an arch. I need one of the fucking things on the floor with this thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No. F off, nerds. No. No.
Last place. You're gonna lose it anyway.
Eee. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. No, you're not. You're fine.
You
You're fine.
urchin.
See? Everything's fine. See?
Hey, I think you're gonna want
Oh, hi, how's
this
it going?
Pokeball.
And old bird.
You're gonna want this
It's
flash. Here you go.
Benjamin.
Wait, 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 wait,
Benjamin.
what is this?
Oh, it's maybe not. Oh my god.
What did that come? Excuse me.
Where did that? Blah, blah.
Benjamin.
Oh, hi, Benjamin.
Benjamin. No, Benjamin. No.
Hey, Ben.
No, you mother. Get.
Oh, you're alive.
Oh, no. Don't, no, no,
Oh,
not
no.
my
Oh,
child.
no.
Not my
Benjamin.
child. No.
You eat your own father. How dare you eat your own father, you cannibal.
Rude.
Don't make me get your mother.
Well,
Don't make me
Try
get...
and step on these grimaces.
oh, imagine if you could catapult one of those things.
Can't get me down here.
There's another one that's nearby.
That's
I don't
right.
know where it is.
That's right. Oh God, where am I? It's locked. Oh damn it.
Ooh, clutch.
Oh, that is cool. I like that.
That was clutch. I dig. There's a sand turd that's going to spawn on somebody.
Okay, we're pro gaming.
Is he running 2, Benjamin?
We're gaming.
We're gaming.
There you go.
He gamed.
Welcome back.
He said we're gaming. He gamed.
All right, let's see what time is it.
Damn, Mayor. Okay.
3:20. Do we want to go?
3:20.
Yeah.
Time to head
Well,
out.
I mean,
Got class in the morning. No worries, Sarash.
There's a lot of
Appreciate
things
you
out
before they
there.
spawn a bunch of dogs.
Yeah. Is everyone on? I see Graham.
Well, everyone
Yeah,
that's
other
alive.
than
I see Mayor. I see Vin.
Flash.
Everyone that's alive. Everyone that's It's okay.
Let's in fact, look out.
Damn it.
I almost thought we left Graham behind, but because I heard it. Oh no!
Let's have hornet bees in it. There you have some pet bees.
Oh, bees.
They actually stun your enemies.
Oh,
So smell cool.
Potty break. Oh yeah, we're going back to the company anyway. You're good. All right, we need
All right.
139, and we've got a lot.
A lot.
Lot.
I dig. All right, let's go Gamba. Let's go Gamba. Gamba time.
Don't sell the ball.
Time to Gamba. No, I'm gonna leave it here. Just in case.
My
Oh, hello.
poker face.
That's probably enough.
I'm just gonna sell these
Mr.
eggs.
Epic, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you. I have a lot for Gamba. We got a lot for Gambas.
Ooh, Jip.
What do we got?
What's sir? What's there, brother?
Coming in hot.
I'm
Or
ready.
something probably, yeah. Well, no, there's an ad break that's coming in 6 minutes.
More than enough.
Oh,
It's skipped.
I
It's
gotta stand.
skipped.
Shit.
Oh. Dang.
Thank you, Crimson. Dang. All right, there's the food pile. Let's do the wheel. I don't have enough for the wheel on this one. Why is it so cheap? Gamba. Gamba! Come on, be my good luck charm. Come on.
Oh, it actually catches stuff? That's cool.
Son of a bitch! I was so close. Almost got 250. I'm sad.
I lost it all on the roulette wheel.
It's okay. We're gonna go red. Good night, Sparkle. So close yet so far. Watch, I'm gonna lose everything. This is why you don't gamble, kids. Happens every time.
Every time.
So when enemies are
I don't
dead,
have any
we'll clean
ones
it
to
up
throw
and
at you.
crack.
Yeah, Coyote Ugly. Yo, remember that movie?
Got my big shaft for you.
Oh my.
Oh, I love your big
Oh
shaft.
my.
I will clean it up for you.
Why is it so pointy on the ends? What is? No one gets that check, sir.
Probably don't want to put that up there, sir.
It's just ribbed for your
no.
pleasure.
Oh my, that's that. What kind of ribbed are you going for?
What does that do?
You can kill enemies.
Those are some ridges.
Ooh, 80. Hi, Angry Cheetah. 7. And they. It's not even fair, dude. All right, one last time.
I believe in you.
This thing is judging me. I don't
I
like it.
believe. I want to believe.
It's gonna be a +5 or 100. Ayo! I'll take it. Angry Cheetah, thank you for the
Is this worth
6-month
anything?
Prime.
Oh, this
There's
large
stuff
axle is worth nothing.
That's a 270.
There's stuff in this ship.
That's a 270 dog right there.
Damn, this music is good.
Spent
can definitely pet
$460 at
that
an
dog.
arcade. Parents told me never step foot in a casino. Oh my god.
Mighty Chingis on the set.
Oh, we still got more stuff here. Hey. That's useless.
What's scrappable?
Let's
The
just feed them to
hairbrush
the
and the
dude.
mouse.
The mouse? We could sell them.
Do we need to make a quota?
We have quota.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm gonna try to get a little more out of
You want to get a little more? Okay.
it. Listen. Here, you want the hairbrush? Here, there's a hairbrush.
It's yeah. Oh, how much is that worth? $14.
Yeah.
Oh man.
A whole
okay.
lot of money.
You can't even
I
do that
can't
there.
spend that. It's fine. It's fine. It's slots.
Slots. You got this.
A little
Easy dubs.
mousey has some life to it if anybody needs some moolah.
Oh,
Okay. Go Taco Bell.
It's fine. This is the one. This is the one.
Oh, I was waiting for the 7s.
Hey, I won something.
Look at you,
All right, I'm
dog.
good. It's fine. This is the one that does it. This is the one.
Granny Mare just waiting by. There's the
Hey, look.
oranges. Where's the skulls? Are the skulls over here? Where? Taco Bell? Hey, I'm going to Taco Bell.
No,
Look.
get your shit away. This is mine. It's hot. You go away. And retirement people always trying to butt in.
Oh no, I found the skulls.
I've been coming to the same machine for 50 years,
Back
youngin'.
in my day, we used to gamble
Back my
with
days.
nickels.
Used to walk uphill barefoot, both ways, with wooden coins.
With wooden nickels.
And rocks.
Raw.
It's just- this rock right here that I'm sitting on, actually.
All right, now look. This brush is still going strong on this thing.
I just watched the Thor play both the main and the DLC of
man,
that
where
game.
did you
Wait,
get
which
this
game?
chair? Professor X?
I made this with my own bare hands.
All right, here you go, Flash. This brush is literally worth the same amount of
Wow,
money
we
you gave it to me
built-
now.
We built our own
Wow.
chairs.
$2 left.
12. It's all right, watch
Yeah,
this.
you lost
Building your own
$2.
chair.
Bam.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I lost 2. Yeah.
15. Easy
Oh,
scan.
Jesus.
Watch
Oh,
this. We're
yeah,
gonna bust. Easy
yeah.
bust. Oh shit.
Oh, that's an 11.
Don't you dare.
That's not good.
Don't you dare.
That's
They're gonna stay.
Oh.
All right, now you just brush your hair with it. I'm not allowed to gamble anymore. Son of a bitch. But listen, I've got a 270 dog there, so I mean that's better than nothing.
Yeah. We are all on the ship.
I got so many crowd control coins. So many. Hi, Taizan. Ugh.
Flash even playing that thing is he's just breathing through it.
I'm just breathing. That would be cool if there's like, if enough of you came together, a little campfire spawned.
You want to know how I met your grandma?
You want to know how she got these scars?
When I was young, I went to the club. I saw her there through the crowd. She had them apple bottom jeans.
This is how
Boots.
Vin met Mare.
With
We're
the
learning about
fur.
it right now.
We were at a
I
firehouse
came to take
subs.
my coins.
I looked
Do
at the
what you gotta
firehouse
do.
and I saw Henrietta peeking over into
I
the corner.
remember when Firehouse Subs
I
opened
pushed her
up.
out of the way, and then
backward.
I saw
I
Vinion
remember.
and Mare. And there they were.
I remember it was only Fire Subs.
Fire.
Ain't no house too expensive. Couldn't afford that.
No else for it, just fire.
I remember when it was fire
That's-
cabin subs.
Fire, yeah, it was for like a fire fire lean-to.
Effing fog.
It's just fog. You get on top of the world, you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it's true. It used to be way
Is this
worse.
fog or is this my
Boots with the
glaucoma?
fur.
I can't see.
The fog used to be way worse. Oh. Okay, bud. How do you? It's...
You know a man farted himself to death by eating only cabbage?
Huh.
I demand facts.
We need a key.
I need proof.
I need evidence.
I need proof. I think she said we need a key. We need a key?
Oh, we have a bunch of those on the ship.
Oh, God. What is
Hey,
it?
it said lucky.
Oh, okay. Still scared. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
It wasn't doing anything, and then you walked in and said, oh, finally, Grem's here.
Oh, hey, Paul.
Oh, hey. He named the spider Paul.
Occupado.
All right, I guess we're going this way, huh? Oh, hi, Mark.
If you
Yes.
want to use this sign,
Thank you.
kill a spider, you
Don't forget about your free coins and channel points. If you need more, you can buy more, but you don't have to. You can just watch, and you can literally earn coins. Please don't let me get stuck on the ladder. Okay, we're fine. What do we got? Nothing. Good talk. Oh, cool.
Because I just got here.
All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Hey, Flash, there's a bracket.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Oh my god!
Ow! Ow!
You okay?
Hit my butt. Oh, my hiney.
Ow.
Hey, look out! Look out!
Well,
Okay. Can you see through your visor, sir?
I can. Listen.
You need new PPE.
You can get your damn horse face out.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to go through accounting to see if they can, you know.
Go on. You were saying? Okay. So we have to go to accounting.
That's what I heard too. And then he was a snack.
And then it was a snack. Oh my god. I'm so fearful
Why do we
right
do
now.
this to ourselves?
I don't know exactly. I was like, yeah, we might switch to comfy cozy Faz here at some point later on, just so that way, you know, feel better about myself. What kind of snack? I don't know. What kind of snack would he be, you think? Like a Pringle snack, or like a maybe like a little like handful of Skittles? Has Chinggis tied you? Oh, many times. We all have. We all have. Tell Vin's friend to F off.
Definitely. Ramen crackers.
Oh, fuck, it's Benjamin. Oh, shit. Fuck. There's that Benjamin. Benjamins.
Can't tell where they are.
There's a Benjamins.
Your dog is gonna give us quota.
Oh, my doggo. Hey, yo. So I stuck it in the shelf.
Yeah.
Actually, what is quota?
Insurance.
264? I think it's worth 270. Yeah.
Yeah. Did Chinggis die?
I don't know. He might be trying to stay alive because the dogs.
Yeah, he's still up there.
Is that Benjamin I hear?
Yeah.
I'll thank you for raising the quota. Tell him the hangman finally got him.
Oh my! I totally missed that.
She just turns around and I'm holding an apparatus. And just think, on Friday, we're going to have Dixper on. I see you guys raising the quota. So they're raising the quota, but I don't see the quota actually going up.
Yeah, I see that too.
I might have to turn that off. Yeah, because quota's not moving. So excited for Dixper. Okay.
Oh hey.
Oh hey, how are you? Here, I'll turn that off for now, so that way you guys don't get effed
Keeping
up.
those stores closed.
It's the quota ones, right? Here, I'll just turn off anything that has to do with quota. Benjamin chasing somebody.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna pull the lever.
Oh God! for Benjamin, huh?
The only thing that's good
Not
about
today.
Dixper is the Yoshi card. I'll have my Yoshi outfit on. Maybe it will when you go into space. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Let's find out. 264 is what we had, so let's see if it changes. So, how are we doing? It's the same. It hasn't changed.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
Ah, there we go. There it is. It is working.
It went up.
Okay, it is working. Never mind. False alarm. I'll turn them all back on. It's just they're not happening in real time. They're happening after you leave. There we go. Okay. Well, at least we know that now. Yeah. What did Chinggis do? He ran away from the Benjamins. Yeah, that Bracken mod is terrifying.
I don't like it.
I blame him.
I don't remember what it said to me on the first map when I heard it, but it said
Let's play.
Let's play.
Yeah, that's what it said to me the last time I ran to him. It was like, let's play.
Oh my god.
Like, no, thank you.
It's like the
Nope, no time to play. Have to go clean my shorts.
Thank you for
it makes it
making
like
me less appetizing for the forest giant.
a billion times more terrifying.
I mean, I have to admit, like, it's terrifying, but I do like it. I do like it. It's worth.
Waiting for you.
Where are we going?
Let's rock.
Arch.
Just might be AFK, but
Oh, he's gonna learn.
He's
gonna
gonna.
learn today.
I think you just got back.
Okay, I'm here. I'm here.
Welcome back, Greg.
Hi, Graham.
Or March.
Just at the dermatologist. Sorry, had a quick appointment.
Wow, that was very fast.
That was really quick.
Damn. All right, what's gonna spawn? Something else that hasn't been happening is the overlay a little bit. Okay, there we go.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry. Did that bird have a turret on its head?
No.
Are you sure about that? You lying to me?
Maybe.
That's your lying no. I heard that voice. I've played Lockdown Protocol with you. So there's a bird flying around that has a turret on its head right now. I don't know where it is. It must be on the ground somewhere. Oh, it's that guy. Oh, okay. Murder drone. Yep. All right, we're going in. Everybody okay?
Physically, yes. Mentally,
Currently?
no. Not even. I mean, even on a normal day without playing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Watch Vin. Vin doesn't know that's there.
Fire the beat.
You did.
Excuse me.
I was like, I don't think Vin knows that it's there.
Entirely too close to me. You know.
There you
So a lot just happened at once. We need this guy to be away from there.
Okay.
Can you look away for a sec?
Can I what?
Look away for a second.
Yeah, you ready?
Okay.
I'm terrified right now.
I'm staring at it. You're good. It just in Grem's voice it said, I'm terrified right now. You're still good. I'm still watching. You're okay.
Hello.
Hi, fake mayor. Yeah.
Right here. Got him.
Okay, still good. I see him. How do we spawn stuff? With crowd control. What is with the random explosions? Okay, I think I have to lead it like over there. Oh, yo, wow. Okay, a little more, a little more.
What is this thing?
Jesus Christ.
Right, Benjamin, go to your corner.
Oh my God, why is it so dark outside?
Hey, your father's here.
Go to your room.
I got a bag of money.
It's only one. I think if you got teleported, it gets dark.
Okay.
Yeah, when you get teleported for some reason, it glitches out like that.
Okay.
You saved the great ball, right? The ultra ball?
I didn't have one.
A ball.
Run. Run.
Run, Forrest.
Run.
Ooh. Brother, ooh. Brother, ooh.
Got
boop. Boop, boop. Oh, son of a bitch.
Ooh, brother, ooh.
We'll let Vin hang it with it. Hold on, let's go back. Vin, do you have a friend?
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of this friend. He, Brother, ooh.
Oh, Jesus. I don't need you right now.
I wonder if this has bullets.
Quiet, fake crab. My God.
You wanna figure out this has bullets? Ooh.
I'm busy. Just hang around.
Who, me? Just hang around. Oh.
I need you to get off my head. I need you to fuck off. Oh God. He's gonna drop me off in the abyss. No.
Flash, look out. Oh, there you go.
Oh my
That
God.
was a nice save.
Oh my God. It dropped me
that
off
was
into
amazing.
the freaking abyss.
Let's go.
Help.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. That little son of a bitch. It dropped me off into the middle.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Oh no, Graham got shot by a.
Just look at the
keep
radar
hearing
of the
again.
ship here. Just look at this. This is absurd.
I think it has
Did you hear
pimples.
that? There's a mirage. Oh shit, Jacob, watch out.
Oh my
I
God.
was repeating what you just said just
Oh,
5 seconds
Ryan,
ago.
no, we're not having random people join right now. We are doing viewer games on Friday though. So
Oh,
Friday we're
ow,
doing viewer
jeez.
stuff. And then the next time we hit when we hit this
Hey.
goal, we add another viewer
Jack,
day.
stop hitting
and then
me.
if we want to, we can vote for what game it's going to be.
Jack,
But I mean, we can absolutely do Phasma.
Careful.
Graham.
No.
Yeah, I can't kill
The hairbrush and the mouse.
This reminds me of early 2000s. Ooh, Jip, I'm here. I'm here.
right
here.
Roadside. Road help.
Blockade area.
Oh my God. Road, how's it going, friend? How was your game? You were playing a different game today. I was watching you for a little bit before stream. Should I leave?
Because I heard it. Oh no.
I would say yeah. That'd
Okay.
be probably a great idea.
Roger that.
Benjamin looking at me look up a snack, and
He's hungry, man.
I'm not into you like that, Benjamin.
Listen. Hell's wrong? with
He's a cool guy, but
you? He's just a cool guy.
cool guy.
Oh my
Eating
God.
friends for snacks.
Yeah, you were
know?
playing Spectral Scream. It was a blast. Okay. Are they supposed to hear? I remember hearing it before. Yeah, you should be able to, Sparkle. Yeah, you should be able to.
Welcome back, King.
All the sounds
All right,
you
how's it going?
should be coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be.
Was your PTO good?
Oh, it was a good
You mean
break.
my
Yeah.
PTSD
PTO.
from having a dog spawn and eat me?
Yeah, whatever those letters were. Yeah. Say, you know,
Yeah.
P something letters. Yeah.
I think I've got one
Good.
left in me, Mr. Flash, and
All
then
right.
I'm gonna have to call it.
Roger that. Here we go.
Jesus Christ. No, I'm sorry.
One more.
One more. Mm.
One more. You're saying?
Oh my Lanza. All right. Where are we headed?
Wait, hold on,
Wait a minute.
pull that out on me again.
Advance.
Advance?
Okay,
Is that-
okay,
that's
all
a
right.
new one, right?
That's enough. That's we're friends, right? We're friends. We can
Roger that.
Where's my money?
Shut
money,
this man.
Where's my money? Where's my money?
no, just calm down. Just
One
calm
more?
down. There's none of that
more.
needed. None of that needed. No.
Don't you beef with my friend.
This isn't lockdown protocol. We're on the same team here. Same team.
Good God.
I
Bedtime
know.
for me though. Have fantastic rest of
That
stream,
sounds,
Rody. I
sounds like
appreciate
something
you,
a killer
man. I'll
would say.
definitely have to check that game out for sure. Hey, would you point?
Wanting friendship, whatever that is.
Sorry.
Where
No,
are we?
it's called a friend shit.
Anime.
Friendship. No,
No.
we were actually on a ship called
Oh.
Friend.
Oh,
Come on, man. It's the third time I've had to explain that.
listen, I don't get stuff on the first time around. Hey, Sage.
Is it? Oh no. Well, that's not good. Ooh, brother. Ooh,
You're right. You're right. That is confirmed. Not
brother.
good.
Ooh.
Oh, I haven't even been through here. Oh wait, I'm coming with. Okay.
I am. So with these maps, it's actually kind of hard to find scrap unless you find like a cave,
Okay.
like a network of caves, and that's where the stuff is. I haven't
Roger
really found anything in just a
That's Ooh,
hello?
This is cool.
Is there anything deadly out here?
Scrap. Found the air horn.
Ooh, scrap.
Found scrap.
Ooh, that is. Don't go there.
Holy booba.
Oh,
I hear a
is that
thump a
us?
lump. I hear a thump a lump.
No, that was a thumpalum.
Thump a lump.
Thumpalum. They are pink. Ooh. Okay. Oh. How can you open a door, dude?
Oh God! No! No!
Oh my God!
My little pony.
Oh my God! Running!
Fuck! Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
God. Oh shit! No, I don't want to stay where I am. Fuck off! Oh shit!
Is there another way in other than what you took? Oh, there's the birds. Watch out, Graham.
Oh,
Go straight.
Birds are coming.
wow!
Holy!
That was a thing.
Yeah. Go
Holy
straight.
hell.
That's the main entrance. Check the fire exit.
I think I left him with
Jesus
some
H.
tunes though,
Christ.
so you know, good for him.
Yeah, that guy was working overtime. Holy crap!
I just heard something outside go in your voice. Brother. Thank you for the revive.
Thank you.
Only
Alright.
12-ish.
All right. Well, I guess we're going back, huh?
Oh, there's your friend.
Holy.
It's Benjamin.
It's Benjamin's.
Benjamin, fuck off. Benjamin,
No,
fuck
he's
off.
fine. It's Benjamin's. What's
Benjamin,
he gonna
fuck
do?
off.
Look, it's your
Benjamin, fuck
Benjamin
off.
friend.
Benjamin. No, but fuck up. Benjamin.
Beep, beep. Why is there shit here? I brought tunes.
Oh, look. The flash. They hit the fish. And... Oh my
Oh
God!
fuck!
Holy!
So, well, I guess we found the teeth. Oh man! Wow! That thing
was-
just charged us down.
Oh my God!
Jesus!
That was teeth chatteringly scary. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
Well, I guess we're not going there either, huh?
It's really not much of a choice today.
Damn.
It's your choice of how fucked up you want it to be fucked up.
Let's get out of there. I don't know. Hey, hey, my tunes. You bastards. Jesus Christ. Hey, hey, hey.
Well,
I'm guessing it's not good in there. Seraphine, thank you for getting coins, friend.
No.
So you're saying there's... Are those friendly?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. Yep.
He's just, let me think about it.
Okay, I hear not friendly. Wait a second. Are you
you're
an imposter?
Not friend.
Imposter,
Unless it's
there's
stunning,
one
it's
imposter
trying to
bee in
stun
there.
something.
Lockdown vehicle.
Lockdown.
Where are you, stinky bees?
Oh, hi,
I think
Benjamin.
it's just trying to stun something.
Oh, is it trying to stun Benjamin?
Me?
Get him!
Hey,
Go get him!
bees, go stun him.
I'm gonna pet them bees.
You can definitely pet these bees.
What's up, boy? What you doing?
Have my bee bugs.
Oh, heck, my bees. Benjamin, what you doing, bitch? Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Oh. What is it?
Look at all the things falling.
My God.
Brother,
Brother! Ooh! Ooh!
brother.
Oh, those gold bars are ones that...
Uh-oh. 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 Stop sign. Smack that bitch. Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, juicy.
Did it kill Chinggis?
It murdered him in it one-shotted him.
Chinggis is just having a good time on the job today.
It's outside. It's outside.
Don't worry, Chinggis, workers comp.
It's
Got you.
outside,
Sign
huh?
that. Where's it
You
at?
think you're
Come
tough?
here! Come back
You
here!
think you're
Oh
top?
my
You
God.
I'm
stink.
not done with you! Get away from my friends!
There's nobody echoing.
Okay, I think we scared him off.
No, he's just off to find his next victim.
See that? They sucker punched me.
Dude, that thing one-shotted you right to the gut.
That was uncalled
Wow.
for. I was
And then just
not
stood there.
expected.
Wow.
I think we're good to leave.
Probably.
Heads up.
One's mimicking Chinggis.
The left.
Pull the lever. Roger that.
Pull the lever.
Holy moly. Get a pic of that god dang. No, we didn't get a picture of that god dang hot dog. Oh, oh my goodness gracious. Well, that was something.
Holy, that was wild.
I mean, I think we make quota just because you have that fucking
Because I have the
I remember this fox
270
over here.
dog in there, yeah.
$70 fox red dog yet.
Damn right.
Then whatever this apparatus is worth.
It's
we have
usually 80.
We have at least 400, so at least 480, probably 5-ish.
You can try selling everything but the dog fur.
Yeah, we can try that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Holy crap. All right, grab that little guy. There's another little guy. I guess I got it. Okay, good. I'll grab the apparatus.
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 Hey, have you tried to make it to the roof over here yet?
I have.
Yeah.
I think it's been a while.
I think. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. That's hard to steer.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my face.
Not as bad as the
Nathan, hello.
truck though. That truck.
Do you know when
oh
the
my
goose was?
God,
It's here.
undrivable.
Nathan, it's here. I'll show you here in a. I'll show you here in a minute.
Poker fail.
Poker fail.
I think.
Jab. Get off a break.
Wake up, nerd. There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jab. You wish
What?
for Mini Flash to name it?
What?
Okay.
What?
I'll
Weird.
ask the kids what they want to name
I
it.
guess because that was spawned, the apparatus. It was spawned, not
Oh, maybe.
not the one
yeah.
that you get in the map.
Yeah, it was handed to us. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, weird.
Pinsvin, thank you for the
You don't have enough?
coins. Holy moly.
So we had the dog.
Holy moly. Oh, that's right. Oh,
Can't
yeah,
see
yeah.
how
That's
much
right.
grab.
So wait, did we make quota? Oh, we're a little short.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah,
so close.
if we sell Graham's fish, it's still only
We have an
377. We can sell
airborne
the
for
dog.
45.
Fish
That
needs
gets
to
us
go.
closer.
That's what it would have
Try
wanted.
selling
All right. So they put an invisible ceiling up there now.
Try both.
Oh,
It's gonna lose
Mikey
it.
Chingus. Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
A nice landing.
Jeb, what the hell, brother? Fly.
What is facility guard?
Trying.
Is this from 007 GoldenEye?
What facility? What?
The name of the
That's from
suit
SCP.
says facility guard.
Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, it's SCP. We can't see it. Or yeah,
Oh.
it's SCP.
SCP.
Yeah.
What
Have a
is
good one,
that? Is
Spawn.
that the
Thank you,
Backrooms game?
He flashed. You didn't need to sell the dog.
Yay, doggy saved.
SCP is kind of cool. It's like a
There we go.
community of
Never
like
played it.
basically
It's like
people
cryptids
who
and
make
stuff
up.
like that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they like make
There's
up
an
different
entire
kinds
series
of
of games.
SCPs.
Uh-huh.
It was like an online database that like people act like it's a real thing.
Oh,
go.
Like
okay.
they like it's for lore and stuff.
Right.
It's like a community thing, all made up. So it's
Yeah.
not like anything that is copyrighted. Or someone tried to, but that failed. Luckily.
Oh, that's
There's a
good.
Community-based
There's a Chingus.
lore and stuff like that. There's
Here
like
it
really
comes.
random. There's like a sandwich that like has
Okay.
mind powers that kills people.
Nice.
Like it's wild. Some of the monsters are wild.
Hey, Caitlin.
Some of
Girl.
them, one of them is like a regular school, but like it's a monster.
All right, everybody's
They
here.
need to turn the SCP into
Sir?
a trading card game.
There we go.
Shy
What's up,
Guys in
Ninja?
SCP.
Braggins and SCP.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I've never played
I
it.
think a lot of the monsters that are in this game are versions of
SCP
an
inspired, yeah.
You love reading them? Oh my! How much?
SCP. Venom
Oh,
Seekers is
how's
big
lethal?
into that sort of thing.
Lethal. Probably the easiest way to explain it. It's been extraordinarily lethal.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, friends. That's gonna do it for me.
Thank you, Mr.
I'm go to bed
Chingus.
like an old man.
That's
Thank you for the
okay.
games,
You
Mr.
do your
Flash.
old-
Bye,
you do
Mayor.
your
Bye,
old man
Vin.
things.
Bye, Grammy.
Hi, Chingus. Thanks for
Bye,
the
Dr.
game.
Your old man
Chingus.
things. All right. Unknown. Oh, Titan. Oh.
Gotta go to Titan.
Go to Titan.
What does this one look like? Glizzy.
If Lizzie's all over your suit.
Thank you for playing, Mr. Chinggis.
I remember
I
when
remember
glitches used to
when.
come from the trees.
I remember when Titan was a new moon. Now you got all this artificial moons, artifish.
Remember when
Artifice.
remember when I used to go in there and I would live.
I would live, yeah. Now people spawning dogs, willy-nilly,
Spawning dogs.
brackens,
Good times.
hundreds of
Goddamn
brackens.
Holy moly. Titan. Oh God!
Ooh, brother,
my lord.
Is that on my head?
brother, goo,
Yes,
Yeah.
that's on your.
Oh shit!
brother, goo.
Should I just be taking
your
out?
life.
Hi, Rain. All right, so I have a turret on my head.
Stay where you are.
On a murder drone. Murder drone, away!
Exterminate.
Oh my God, Epic! Thank you for getting coins. Oh my God. All right, well, I might just have to take myself out. How you doing, Rain? Exterminate. Come on, nerd. Come this way, stupid. Come on. There we go. For the good of the team. I had to do it.
But I also have here. Don't get afraid.
Was that Batman? he said, don't get afraid. The fuck? This one has bees. That one has the butler. I kind of want to take the butler with me. I'm going to take the butler with me. Does this have a shot in it? Do I know? I think it does. Freaking murder drone. Jesus Christ. Made the mistake of getting Cult on the Switch. I've been playing in bed for the last 4 hours. Oh my God. Oh, there's the dog.
There's a dog up there.
Nad, thank you for getting coins. Oh yeah, that's the one that let get me earlier.
It grabbed someone. Ash, look out.
Okay. What's up, Luffy? I don't... Yeah, high jump hasn't been working either, which really sucks. Oh, God! Get the butler back. I know, I gotta. Where's the dog? It's right there. Is it dead or alive? Is it dead? That's dead, right? Yeah, you're dead. Try this again. Oh, someone killed nearby enemies. Ah, got you. Okay. Understood. Epic, thank you for getting more coins, friend. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw the egg down there. Watch. All right, going in. Wait, nope, I'm going in.
It grabbed someone.
Oh, absolute crap.
So it's friendly. It is friendly.
Ooh, but I rolled a 6, so it's running a lot of scratch.
Hi, Queen. Oh my god. The raise quota by 5. Quailhead doesn't like the... No, I don't think it does either. I'm very heavy with all this shit, though.
I would use it for...
Is that Thumper?
Oh, you can't, yeah, you can't.
Oh, fuck!
Xbox.
Yeah. I think nutcrackers are nice, I think.
Went to go fire a gun and it wasn't loaded.
Ball.
I didn't know. There's no way to
Flash,
tell.
look at.
Didn't even tickle that thing.
Dude, I landed that inside of its skied out bottom and it didn't flinch.
Okay, what the?
Yeah, they like make up SCPs.
This is so chaotic.
Okay.
Dude, your nutcracker sucks. What's he doing?
Chicken.
It's not doing anything.
The name of the suit says.
Oh, that's a real one. Hi,
We should
Jeff.
leave.
Oh, we should leave.
That sounds nice. Sounds good.
Sounds very nice.
Are you sure?
That's affirmative.
Confirmed.
Like the shark?
Oh, this was empty. Okay, roger that. Is
Sometimes
Grimmy with
you
y'all?
can
Yeah,
find
Grimmy's here.
Pokeballs with the
Yeah,
fox
Grimmy's
in it,
here.
and it like lashes his tongues and attacks other ones, and almost instantly kills a bunch of stuff.
Bob Smurf! Oh my god, thank you for the
Nice
coins.
guard
I know
dog.
that's not for good intentions. I know it's bad, but still. Appreciate you, dude. Well,
I was gonna
Roar.
say, look, I got this guy.
Roar! It's Bruce.
Luke. Even has all of the little things on him.
He does,
The
little-
stop
little
sign,
stop
the
sign.
yield sign,
Oh, that's pretty good.
knife in
Oh,
his eye.
the stop sign says squeeze.
Oh.
Oh, it has a little heart on the yield.
Aw. Aw. All right, back to Titan.
Yeah.
What happens next is out
I
of
love
love.
this as a plush. Not gonna lie.
I think you're lying.
He's so cute.
I think you're full of it. Careful, SpongeBob. Does someone have a turret on their head or not?
Let's see if the
Oh, you have a turret.
Ooh, brother. Ooh.
Brother, can you please? No.
Wait, I do or someone else does?
Stop it,
Vin-
Vinland.
Oh.
Oh, I hear horse hooves. Oh,
Careful, Grunt.
Immediate Benjamins.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
Well-
balls. Oh, God damn it. Dice. I haven't even seen Dice yet. Holy moly. Oh no.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Oh hey, I really can't wait for someone else to go in the front door. Oh my goodness. Nathan, thank you so much, friend.
Hell was that?
oh my God.
Benjamin got a snack. Thank you for feeding Benjamin.
I was haunted anyway, so
Oh my God, we have so
good
many
way to
Pokeballs.
pass on. Yeah. The Master Ball is gonna be. Oh, that Master Ball has a bracket.
Which one? This one? Shh. Where's this?
Can you do something?
Oh, wait, are you guys alive?
Bro.
I
Hey,
thought
Vin,
you were
you
just-
should go to the front.
I thought it was just recordings of your voice.
It's so hard to tell.
And I
You
can't
want me
even
to?
go up the stairs because there's those like launchers and it just shoots me off into the world.
Should I try to use the bracket?
To the front.
Wanna go to the entrance?
Good luck.
Okay.
There's horseshoe crabs.
Hey!
What's
Hey,
that noise?
Benjamin!
Are you haunted now? Oh, she is out there. By the way.
Am I haunted?
Graham, are you?
I heard a very weird sound.
I think I'm okay. Are you the real?
Oh fuck!
What? What is that sound?
I blame him.
This is absurd.
You're right.
Then whatever this apparatus is worth.
Yeah, he's still.
Oh.
my god.
I don't know how to feel right now.
There's no words.
Holy shit.
I think I have a new paralysis monster. My sleep paralysis monster is now that
Your
stupid
dead
bracken
body
with
was
the
against this wall,
black
but halfway
boy.
in the wall, and only the horse face was sticking out.
I guess that's your sleep paralysis monster.
Oh
now.
my god.
Wow.
Whoa.
The heck just happened?
Wow.
That escalated quickly.
Everything.
So what came charging at us? That was an actual bracken, right?
I think there were 2 brackets.
I had one that was one of our pets.
Oh.
Yeah. I tried to throw it out there hoping it would save us. I don't know if it did anything or not.
I don't know if they work outside.
Okay.
I don't think it was designed to carry another bracken outside.
Yeah, that was spicy.
I don't know if I don't know. Oh, again? My guy. My
Oh, you
God.
better.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. I don't want to stay where I am.
Run,
Like I
Flash.
said, run.
I am. You have ramen? Hey, let's go. What the fuck was that?
Holy mother of...
What was that sound?
An old bird.
Old bird, old bird,
Old bird. Oh, there's turret Vin.
Oh.
Heading off, having the rest of the stream. Thank you, Anu. All right, I'm gonna give him a second to get through there, so I don't get turreted by his base hole.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh, what the dick!
Kind of dark. Who stole the thing? Oh goodness!
I would never do that. I would never. You didn't.
How dare you? We ain't found shit. Oh, hey, a shovel. Thanks. Surprised how anyone can return with loot. Hope and a prayer, friend. Hope and a prayer. So they've returned with loot. There's an old bird down there. Yeah, there it is. That big bitch just aim at me? Hey, stupid! Guess I could go to the fire exit, right? I can't see anything because he took the damn lights off. Lights out, whatever. Thank you. You blow my nose again. There we go. Golden cup. It's golden. Oh. A bracken. No. Am I haunted? Is that what that sound was? Was the little girl hey because I'm haunted? you for all the scrap. Hey, you brought light. I'm Bracken Man. This is my protector. This is my protector. Pinsman, holy hell, dude. Thank you for all the coins. Oh my god. So there's a mod that allows for Pokeballs to carry the monsters, but they're on your team though. What's its name? I don't know. I guess we do got to name it.
I don't know, actually. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. It's kind of waiting for something to show up. We're going to call you...
Nothing up.
Okay.
Why is that turret not aiming at me?
Why is it just sitting there?
It's Bracken Man.
It's just sitting there.
He's waiting to strike.
Menacingly.
He's waiting for his moment to strike. We're trying to name it.
Is that ours?
Left,
Yeah.
it's just a mem.
Okay.
We're thinking of maybe naming it.
Oh, God. Ooh, got it. Ooh, brother. Ooh.
Okay. Was that you? Ew.
Good way to pass on.
Ugh. Why'd you make that sound? Bilbo Swaggins. All right. I guess I'll just grab shit and pray that it comes with me. Come on, friend. Oh, you don't.
We're up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. Well, I'm pretty sure that I didn't just hear one thing breathing. I'm pretty sure I heard two.
Right as I was giving something to the loot bug,
Jesus
and
Christ.
the music turns right behind me.
I'm fairly
The
certain
mini
that I'm
blue
double
clear.
haunted.
Oh boy.
Oh, fun. Should we leave?
It might not be a bad idea.
Are they holding hands and saying, "Come play with us, Flashy"? Forever and ever and ever.
Trying to get my arcade machine set up. There we go.
Game is this?
Gamer.
Earth Defense Force. I don't remember playing this one.
Come
Is it
play
like
with
a
us,
side shooter?
Flash. Forever and ever and ever.
Shut up.
I don't. Oh, she is out there. I see you.
Oh, she's gonna come in here to say hi. I don't want her to. Is she out there? Oh, there
You can
she
try
is.
to catch her with a Pokeball.
How? Where's the Pokeball? Do I just throw
Yeah,
it
this
with
one's
left click?
blank. Do the Ultra.
Do I just left click and throw?
Oh, come on! No!
Oh no,
Get
grab!
out of my...
I think so, right?
I assume. I'm gonna try. I'll try.
Oh, you again.
Got this spot. I get angry, but
Oh. Grab.
Hello?
Grab.
oh, I see both of them out there now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The arcade machine's gonna be in my way. I'll try. Oh, what the hell? Look what's coming inside. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stupid urchin.
Have a shovel.
Stay where you are.
Oh, shit. Oh my God,
He's
Vin.
just hanging around. Why is that thing in the? It should be in the ship.
Exterminate.
No, don't exterminate.
Hey, look.
I have that. I need that shovel.
Stay where you.
Okay. Okay. Benjamin.
I'm hearing so many Vins right now. Hi, Anthony. So many Vins.
sorry.
Why are the ghosts? Are the ghost girls still out there?
It was a meme from 20.
They're both still there.
Yes. Yes.
It's just a silly jump
She just started skipping. She's gone. Okay. Just I guess I'm just at the ready. Oh, fuck off, you urchin.
We're just gonna keep the door closed because she can still go through the door.
Can she really? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I guess because that was spawn, the apparatus, it was.
Come on, ghost girl.
My God, why aren't they? Do we know? Is this a test right now? Do we know if it'll catch her?
It came at a good time though. It was right as
It is on the list.
Okay.
I think so, right?
I'm hearing 4 different mares. Fucking urchin coming back around. They're just not coming.
Come on, ghost girl.
F off, nerd.
I rolled a die.
Stay where you.
Ghost girl, why are you being?
I don't know why she's being so timid.
You have to look at her to
I did.
activate her
I
hunt.
stared at her.
Yeah.
I stared
You
her
just
down.
straight up stared at her.
Yeah, she skipped and then just was gone.
Hell. I don't even know what she does.
My God.
Exterminate.
Come on, ghost.
Dude, she's not out there. Is she?
She's.
She's
I
they're
think
skipping.
both of them, yeah, they're still there. Come on. How rude.
I was ready.
He splashed.
Oh God. Oh my God.
You have so many.
Oh, poor rat.
Ram. Welcome back, buddy.
Holy moly. So what else can you catch? Can you catch
I
like
think
a
it's,
thumper and stuff?
Most.
Yeah.
I think it's most vanilla
Okay.
monsters.
Okay. Guess I'll try. I'll be at 0 days.
You can capture
okay.
loot bugs.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. All right. To the company. We'll name him Steve.
All right.
All right, make sure we don't sell the Pookie balls.
So the ghost girl will teleport enemies and damages them.
Oh. Ooh, we didn't get to experience it, which is stupid.
The one we want her to hunt.
Gourmet Panda, hello.
I think that's probably more than it.
648. Oh, yeah. Definitely more than enough. Gemba. Gemba. Alright, coming in. Duck look likes to see some shit. I think it has to. 2. Ooh. Go for it.
Ooh.
Nice clean 20, maybe.
10.
Yeah, let's
Hey.
go. Cater Tot, hello.
Good job.
Nice. Nice. Come on, give me a blackjack. Come on. Come on. That's done. All right, dry it off. Ooh, if that's a face card, I'm good.
Yeah.
Be a face card. Oh, you have 16. Yikes.
Oof.
Ooh.
Look for something low.
Hey, Cassie.
Oh. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh? Yeah, let's go
Hey.
again, dude. Sheesh. This duck's worth $1.60 right now. I'll try again.
There you got it.
Yep. It's okay. So I don't gamble.
Okay. Oh,
Well, don't gamble, man.
Oh, you.
Ooh.
this is why we shouldn't either.
Ghost
Sorry,
dealer.
Doug.
Wow.
Sorry, Doug. I mean, the horse are going to the wheel. Big bucks, no
500.
babies.
Come on. 500. Keep going.
That's gonna
Keep
land
going.
at like
Keep
20.
going. It's gonna. Oh.
It's all right. Holding 52. Here, Ben. There you go.
All right. Let's see. All right.
I believe.
Let's.
Did you even do the spin motion?
Yeah. It was... maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll. Oh, stop. No whammy. Oh no.
Ooh.
Butthole.
You jerk.
You jerk. How much is it even worth anymore? 12? Let me see.
Hey, blackjack with Brucey.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Mother.
No. Oh no. Oh no. Worthless. It's about to be worth. It's worthless now. We all love gambling.
They don't
we
gamble,
love
kids.
gambling inside of Lethal Company. That's it.
Wait, is there a poster in here? Right
That's the
here.
only place.
90% of gambling addicts quit
Oh.
right before they are about to hit it. Oh no.
I like this one. I want you to gamble.
Right next to it.
I don't got money. I don't think any of us do.
That's a good one. What's this one?
Watermelon. Oh.
Micaretto, Arm
Ooh,
17,
70.
Visitor Date Days. Consumerism to the casino of the company. Hey,
Hey.
open up.
Hey.
Open up.
Ooh. It's worth $1.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Oh my.
Wow.
This one's worth. That one's worth 174, and then this one is worth 104.
Hey, yo. We got Bucky some
Yo.
change.
Got some change.
Change.
Just. Oh, is the horse still worth something?
Yeah, 27.
I thought it was a bust.
There's a $6 toothpaste in there in that pile.
Ooh.
Oh, don't get a
There's
10.
a. Wait a minute.
Oh,
What's worth? Hold on. Something over here is worth 65.
oh yeah, there is. Hair dryer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hair dryer.
Yeah, what the hell?
I gambled that. I gambled that thing.
It's worth 65 still.
Well,
F it. So we
let
go
it
for
ride.
Ms. Pro, hello. Come on, be
Give
kind.
me something
Rewind.
good. Yo, 19.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh god. Be a 7.
You're
An
both
8.
at 9.
Oh.
Hey.
Ooh.
Good gravy. Sorry, dry off.
Yeah, the sweat. Oh, that's. Oh, I got a 3.
That's yikes.
Oh,
that's
I got a
much
7,
yikes.
dude.
I'm gonna have to hope for a bust. Okay. I gotta hope.
18.
Ooh, monies.
18. I don't know.
Oh god.
If I do go over, it'll reset back and then I go to 1. So I don't know.
You lose.
I'm stand.
Yeah. Oh.
Many much Sag. It's okay.
I pushed
I'll save
again.
the phone. We'll save the phone. We still got a bunch of stuff in here too. See?
Mother.
Mother. Oh my goodness. That's
This
probably.
is worth nothing, but I'm keeping.
Hey, that's right. It's worth the keep. I think it's probably going to be the last of the lethals for me for tonight.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But thank you guys. I got to check out the new
Thank
map.
you, my
That was
friend.
absolute chaos, of course. Of course. Thank you for joining.
Thank you,
You didn't
Force
get to
Blast,
see.
He's
for
gonna put us
killing
in
me.
mute.
Didn't get to see the baby.
I know.
I know.
I was hoping for.
Stupid little baby.
I need to carry it.
Carry it.
Watch it cry in
Love
your
it.
arms.
Take
Squeeze
care of it and pet it.
Forever.
Never and
And I
never.
love it and love it and hug it and squeeze it.
We love you.
Oh my god. Well, friends, I appreciate you. Thank you for the games.
Thanks
Yes,
for the
thank you
game.
for the invite. Have
Appreciate
a great
you.
night.
Thank you, friends.
Bye.
Thanks, Vlad.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So what we're going to probably do, I'm going to switch over to Faz for a few games. We're going to switch over to Faz for a couple games. Oh, I got to remove that timer. Got to remove that timer. But we'll definitely use crowd control again. I think I want to do crowd control for Cult of the Lamb. I think I want to do crowd control for Cult of the Lamb. All right, let's go here so I can get rid of the crowd control overlay. There, get rid of that. Cow! Oh, hi, friend. Well, hello. My God. My God.
Welcome back.
Mr. Cow, thank you so much for the 34 months. Holy shite. Holy shite. How you doing, Mr. Cow? All right. Get rid of that. I need to go to the extensions. Okay, that should be gone. Okay. There we go. Doesn't sound sanitary. No, it sounds like something my 6-year-old would say. All right, single player. We'll go Edgefield. Nightmare to start. Rock. Let us rock.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
All right, Holly. 25% motion and escape. I think everything else is set. Game is set. That is set.
Be careful. We don't know
Okay, crowd control. Get rid of that. Done. Good. Okay. Now I just have to figure out how to mess with some of the Caster Lab stuff. But for now, we should be good. All right, let's rock. Let us rock. I would prestige, but again, there's no point in prestiging yet because, well, viewer games are going to be on Friday. I don't want to use tier 1 stuff. Ooh. How old are you? Goodbye. Phone. All right, juice. Good there. So far I've heard squat. Except for the telephone. Okay. It's either there or there. Cool beans. Why does that sound like that was outside? No, pick you up. There we go. There we go. I don't know if it's in here or not, but we're about to find out. Well, we're writing in the book. New feature, the ghosties can follow you home. Why is it not that cold, though? Yeah, it's colder here. You follow me around, dude? No, you're not a stalking ghost. Face jump. That's right. It is 8 degrees in there. It must have done it through the wall, right? Yeah, because it is 9 degrees in there. I'm pretty sure it's in there. It keeps interacting with stuff in the other room. Yeah. Gross. Agreed. Go there, go there, go there. Okay, run. Run. Yeah, it's throwing all kinds of shit in here. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Nathan, thank you, homie. Where are you? Are you near? Why are you being this way? Why, Ghosty? Why? Why? I'll grab that. We'll grab that. Any motion sensor. Let's get it. Let's get it. Is it actually in here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? Are you far? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? If it is a mare and it is Spirit Box, what the? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? Are you near? We're not seeing orbs unless they're freaking delayed AF. Sorry, was that a floor orb? Why? Why is it so late? I don't understand. Well, we might as well make that a 3 stack, cause F it. Wall orb. No, it came out of the floor. For no reason. You'll bring you. Yeah, anytime Sarash is not here, it's a mare. Every time. You know what? We'll just make it HUD. A florb. It's a florb. Well, we know what you are, so that's fine. Still needs to walk in there, though. So, bring a couple of you. Make it nice and purty. What light was on that it turned off? Someone summons Siraj. Hallway? Did I have this light on? Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, that might have been what it was. Yeah. Well, we know where the bone is. Get that. Let's go take a picture. Well, while we're here, get that. Do I need a picture of the ghost? 25 motion escape. Nope. That. It's over there now. Maybe if I go camp over here. I mean, I could just make it hunt and then lure it in here, I guess. Probably be the way to go. Ghost has fallen. Help. We'll leave that there. I'm going to go get a couple more smudges because the end of the hallway can be awfully dangerous. Okay. LT, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. If the ghost destroys the Ouija board, can you take a picture of the interaction? I don't know. Hi. I need you over here, though. If you wouldn't mind roaming around a little bit. Look at you. What a sweetheart. Bang. Bang. What a nice ghost. So now we'll take... Actually, you know what? I don't even need it to hunt. Really, I just need... Oh, I do need to hunt. Escape. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, F these shoes. Wolf, how are you? Do that. Go there. Go there. Go there. Go there. We'll take this one. Put that there. Put that there. Got another one in our hand. I need to get rid of these. We need to get rid of these. I hear you. Shut up. I'm good. Thank you for asking, friend. I'm good. Get rid of you. Because we actually need to escape, so we don't want the ghost to actually eat a crucifix. So hopefully, it shouldn't reach. Why'd you move the shoes? Because F those shoes. Yeah. It's the biggest reason, probably. Where are you? Goodbye. Oh, you son of a bitch. That was dirt. Lady. F those lights. Well, I need those. Gonna hunt? The audacity. There you go. She didn't like the lights on? No. All right, now it's time to escape. Hi. What are you doing? Hey, Guinea, how are you? All right, there's that. There's that. It's a mare. Let's go. I don't know. I was thinking about this, but is OBS any good? Yeah. Yeah. What else would you use? Nice, nice, nice. That was fast. That was quick. Thank you, Ms. Pro. What up, Crow? How are you, dude?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Oh, the goose. So Nathan decided that I needed a goose. So Nathan got me a goose. And my kids are supposed to name it. Why? Just because. Because life. Because why not? That's why. My God. So now I have a goose. You also have a goose plush, which is unnamed? Well, we gotta start naming our geese. Izzy would like it. Izzy likes everything. She took the empty jelly bean container and was like, can I have this? It's like, yeah, what are you gonna do with it? Smell it? Whatever, man. Greg. Bill. It's a trinket for Inchicolo. All right, turn that off. All righty, Benjamin Watts. Capture photo, crucifix, and parabolics. Capture a photo, crucifix, and parabolics. Well, we'll see if we have stuff and things. No mirror. No cards, thank God. A pair of bullocks. Right. That's right. Thank you for playing earlier, Vin. Appreciate you, man. Mayor, Vin, Remy, Chinggis, all the peeps. Nothing? Maybe down here. 9 degrees. If that was through the wall or not. It's 7 degrees in here. Yeah, it's in here. We found it. It touched the breaker. No, I've not checked my skeet up. No. I haven't. Right, and then we'll go this. Male or female? I don't know. I'm gonna let the kids name it. If I let Izzy name it, she's gonna call it Goose. Yummy. I'll leave that there for now. Gotta touch the front door. Duck. Little ghosty gas. Yeah, little ghosty gas. Sometimes you just gotta go for the obvious name. I had a friend growing up and her dog's name was DOG. So yeah. Sometimes I guess you got. Yeah. DOG. Yeah. Dead serious. Yep. Spelled it out and everything. It wasn't like literally the letters DOG. It was like if you were to write that as a name. I'm not seeing anything. Let's do this guy. Yeah. Hey, Julia. In Izzy's defense, I too would name it Goose. I mean, you know. DOG. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Nothing there. Do that. Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Are you angry? Where are you? Are you near? We have writing again. And also, I just heard played, I think. It did. What are you doing over here? Loosey goosey. Hate it here. Hey Agnes, how are you? Are you... Did you move out of that room? Oh, get out of here. Okay. So now that's its room. That's what your aunt named her dog too? Oh my god. Where are you? Are you near? Did he get named while I was gone? No, 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 no. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait till tomorrow and I'll talk to the kiddos. I'll talk to the kiddos. I'll ask them what they think. I'll give Izzy priority and then I'll ask the boys. Okay. I don't have any evidence, do I? Get the smudge. We need a photo of you. I need parabolic. What up, Neo? Oh, I have writing. Duh. Yeah, that's it so far. Thomas Honkerton III. Delish. Dude, it's like... I think I just heard it over here again. Okay, is this now your room, you jerk? Right. It'll walk through the salt when we make it hunt. Like, it keeps throwing stuff over. Yeah, look. What the fuck? Why are you this way? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Where are you? Are you near?
Behind.
You piece of crap. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. It's very sensitive. Do I deserve that crown? It's not up to me. I don't make that choice. You spicy turd goblin. I don't think it was throwing it. We get it, dude. You're cool. It's obviously not you. Possibly a spirit, maybe? Maybe? Squishy, hello. Hi, sunflower. It's gonna hunt again, then I'm gonna smudge. Once it hunts again, I'll smudge. Not the headlamp, night vision, shadow, walking backwards. Oh my god. There was one time a tripod scared the ever-living crap out of me. Turd goblin, yeah, you heard me. You're faster now. Are you a Moroi? I'd say probably. Why do you like know where I am? My Lanta. Crucifix and a photo. Well, I don't have either of those in here. God, Sophia, hello. What's up, Tressie? My word. Let's take you, another one of you. I actually need a camera. We'll throw it in the door. I need to take some photos too. We'll get some photos in there. There's my crown. I already took the first one you posted, so I've had the crown the whole time. Yeah. So get wrecked. It's okay. We all can't win. It's fine. Already have this. We'll throw another one. It's fine. Is that the goes faster around electronics? No, this is the one that is faster the lower your sanity gets. Grab this guy, that guy, and that guy. We're gonna no, we'll take this guy just in case it shows up. Yeah, hear how it's getting faster and faster and faster. Can it hear you? I don't think so. Check, check, check. No, I can't right now. Thank God. Yeah. So it gets faster. The lower your sanity gets, the faster it gets. Yep, yep. Yes, sir. We need... I'll come back for you. It's over here somewhere. Ish. Excuse you. Oh yeah, it's way faster this time. Spice. I'll put that one there. Okay. Now, I just need the photo and other pictures. So what I can do now is I can go take some sanity. If you were to take sanity meds mid-hunt, would it slow down? Yeah, I could have shown you that if I would have waited, But yeah, 100%. It will slow down. In the middle of the hunt, if you take pills or whatever, any sanity, you'll hear it audibly slow down. All right, I need you just in case. Yeah, it's one good way to test for a Moroi, actually. All right, so I got you there. That's good. But you're in here a bunch, so put both of those there. More than likely we'll hit it. It'll roam around here at some point. Get that just in case. That just in case. And I don't think I found the bone yet. I also need a photo of the ghost. Ghosty. I need photo of you. Benjamin's. Oh, it's Benjamin. Get the book ready. Yeah. Yeah, I want to make sure that we get the ghost photo though. And it doesn't even have to be a one. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a 3-star. It just needs to be a ghost photo. So it can show up any way that it wants. Come on, Ghosty. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's over here. Come on, dude. Benjamin Watts. Benjamin. Even if he's following me, he's not showing up. I could make it show up. A paw. Here, we'll give the paw a smudge. There you go. Here, hold that. Or is it more like this? So it'll be slow when we do it. I don't know where it is right now, but we're going to try. I wish to see the ghost. Oh, that's right. I forgot I had tier 3 over there. Hey-oh. Nice, nice, nice. Totally forgot about that. And it's a 3-star too. Bang. Hey, what's up, Star? The ghosties have been good. Definitely not too bad. All right, I just need the bone, right? Also, there's something else Math pointed out earlier that I never really think about, or I just never, I guess we don't ever talk about. It's this over here. Anybody that plays guitar. Anybody that plays guitar. There's a couple things about this. A, who the hell puts a guitar hanger that low? And B, who's even worried about putting a guitar hanger there if you're putting it behind a desk or a drawer? The whole point of a guitar hanger is you rest the neck inside of the guitar hanger. Not rest like the actual headstock, not like the full neck. So this doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Who put that there? One of them. Yeah, when you hang your guitar by the neck like that, yeah, you're hanging it like here. Like your hanger's here. So the guitar hangs like this. And it stays away from shit. Maybe the kid wanted it there. Maybe they're not raising their kid right by telling them no. My kids ask for a lot of things. It doesn't mean they get all of it. Oh, hey. welcome to the party. I think the ghost is literally following me. Oh. Parrot said the same thing as me. All right, we're good. Good girl, ghost. You're good, friend. Don't worry about it. All is swell. Bone. We got to the bone. Dunzo. Dunzo. Boo boop boo boop boo boop. Boo boop boo boop boo boop.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
How do you know if a ghost is a roaming ghost? Well, technically every ghost is a roaming ghost. It's just some are going to roam a little bit further than others. That's all. But you can tell how far they're roaming by using motion sensors. Motion sensors are the way to go. For sure. All right. Guys, I think I'm going to call it there. I wanted to do a couple of hunts to end the night. So it's almost 12:30. And I need to get some sleep. I need to try and get this head cold to F off. But Friday, we are going to be doing viewer games. Demons can hun. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Came in, thought you were funny, and you messed it up. And I'm going to go tell Mike about it. If you guys used crowd control tonight, I appreciate you. Thank you for chilling, but thanks for hanging out, guys. We're going to end it there, and then I'm going to go find someone to raid. But I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for all of the love. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm just so freaking sniffly, man. Yeah, just so sniffly. I need to end it. I need to get rid of it, but I've been taking meds, so we should be all right. We should be good, but I appreciate you guys, man. Let's go find someone to raid. And then we'll be live again Friday, viewer games. We'll have a queue inside of Twitch stream. There will be a queue here, and then the code will be posted in Discord. So if you're not already in the Discord link, I'll post. But thank you guys. Okay. No, I appreciate you, friends. Thank you. I appreciate yous. Okay. Let's go find some.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
We met another one of our monthly goals. We did that today. So as of now, next up is going to be another Playing with Viewers Day. So once we reach that, it'll probably be not far. Like I said, it'll probably be not very far after reaching it that we'll plan a day. It'll probably be within the week. More than likely within the week. But yeah. All right, let's go find a target. Tattoo? Yeah. Yeah, if we reach it. Yep, it's going to be chat's choice. So chat is going to decide what it is, or like a lot of suggestions of what it could be. And then my wife is going to choose which one she likes. Nobody said it's on my butt. Do you have allergies? I do have allergies, but mine was not allergies. Mine was a head cold. Mine was absolutely a head cold. I thought it was allergies, and I was like, this is not allergies. And it's not decided. Lies. Slander. What is it? I don't know yet. Chat's going to decide, Crimson. So what I'll do is if we reach that by the end of the month, I will open up a channel inside of Discord where everyone can put their suggestions of what they want it to be. So yeah. We will see. Roxy is voting for me to get the word goo on my butt. Might be a mistake. Oh, it probably will be. But I don't have to worry about it until we get there. So I made a sketch. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. You like goo in the butt? I don't need to hear about your personal preferences. Okay. You are allowed to like goo wherever you want it. Also, I don't like seeing this drop-ins category because I don't care about it. Because I don't care about it. All right. I know where we're going. If you guys are not subbed, there's a raid command. If you are, there's a raid command. And my little creepy tier 3s. That is for you. We were playing with him earlier. He is not playing Phasmo or anything, but he's playing Elden Ring. We got to say hi to Gremmy. Gremmy was gaming with us earlier, and Gremmy is amazing. Part of Midnight Society. Love that man. One of the most humble beings you'll ever meet on Twitch. One of the most humble beings ever. I feel like voting on a tattoo in a safe for stream area would be better. In a safe for stream area? Wait, what? In a safe for stream area? I don't know what that means, Vicky. Graham is amazing. We love Graham. I don't know what that means. Oh, not on your butt. Oh, no. I'm going to decide location. No. I will decide on location and size. No. I will decide on location and size. Chat's going to be deciding what it is. Yeah. No. No. Eyelids. Hi, Slow. Oh, my God. No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I'll be live again on Friday for viewer games. So if you've been wanting to play Faz, that's the time. Dixper, if you have leftover cards while we're turning it on, I'll make sure to make them available for you guys to get if you want to get more cards. Yeah, you're going to get banned. It's okay. We still appreciate you even if you do get banned. Oh, you're good, Slow. I appreciate you, homie. It's always good seeing you. Guys, again, if you're not in the Discord, there it is. There's the rest of my socials. I love you guys. I will see you on Friday.